All right, so we left off at that camp, right?
Yes, you left off at the camp.
Yeah, we were at the that order's base.
And then I showed you where you had to get back to.
Ugh.
I know. I know. I know.
You whore.
All right. I forget what we did from the other week. I mean, I know what we did, but there's one specific thing. What's her fucking face? The ugly one. No, the
leader. Lady.
Yeah, Lady Ushian.
Yeah.
What did you tell Lady Ushian? Like, have you guys gone into detail of saying you guys went to the airplane and met? You told her that you met what's his face, Cara Dune, right?
Mm-hmm.
You met the necromancer?
Yeah.
We told.
Actually, no, I don't think. No, we haven't mentioned the necromancer to them.
We mentioned, based on what I remember, we showed her the books from the Nurubar delegation that we had. We got compensated for that. We also told them about how we saved that noble woman from the Nurubar delegation as well, and she's on her way to Waterdeep right now.
Yeah.
We told them about the ambush site, I believe.
Yeah, you took them to the other ambush site because I totally skipped the part where I was like, oh yeah, you guys should have gone there instead of me making up some bullshit.
Oh no, we took the guards there. We didn't take the order there.
Yeah, no, that...
Yeah.
Oh. Right.
Though we did tell them about it, and I think I did mark the location on the maps for them. We showed them...
Yeah, I remember that now.
Yeah, we showed them that gold tin mask that we found, and they just thought it was just monks, nothing to worry about sort of thing, and I think we sort of... I know we asked to stay the night at their base because in return she wanted to ride Brecky.
Yes, yep. I was basically giving you guys a safe floating point in a sense.
Yeah, a checkpoint or something.
And
is there a crystal at this place? Did I say there was a crystal there?
No.
Let's just say there is one, because it's so much easier if there is one there.
Yeah.
Because are we going to go back here a lot or something?
One of the town that Dynn stole from.
It's not so much that you guys are going to go back there a lot, but it's just easier.
Yeah.
Yeah, because... Wait, are we near that town where I took the fruits and stuff from? Or...
Belliard? Not really. You're about a half day away.
Yeah.
Okay, then yeah, that's fine. We could just... Yeah, I was just making sure, because if we're close to that, then we just have a crystal there.
Plus...
you're at Summit Hall, so it's a good in-between for Barge Right and Belliard.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think Ghost sort of set us on track to deal with the Riverguard Keep stuff, and then we got to try and make our way back to the airplane.
Yeah, basically I'm trying to think of a way of not railroading you guys to go to Riverguard Keep. I tried my best to show that Sholar, that was his name, from Wamford, was a sack of shit and he was lying to you. You guys pretty much went all the way up and you didn't find anything about a crashed ferry.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Yeah, he did mention that.
See, originally the book says to play him off as really jovial and happy and whatnot, but no, I made him weird and suspicious.
Yeah, DM says otherwise.
So yeah, you guys are at Summit Hall right now, but you've not really said... you didn't really tell what's-her-face, Lady Ushian, too much about where you've been and why you've been there. All you basically did is just simply say, hey, the missing delegation, they were ambushed over there. But then you got some follow-up clues to go and check out the Riverguard Keep, because it's supposed to be abandoned and haunted, but you definitely have heard some sounds of renovation and construction going on from there.
Yeah.
And also we learned about how I'll have to go back to the airplane too and everything, of course.
Oh, and then you did see those cultists those on whatchamacallit
Oh, yeah,
flying by.
The sea cultists, yeah. Water cultists.
They were riding something. I can't
They were
remember
riding
the name right now.
sharks.
Yeah, they were riding sharks.
Yes, yes,
People
they were riding sharks.
barnacles and riding
Yes.
sharks.
And they were heading towards Riverguard Keep.
Ooh, can we do like a can we do like a Fast and Furious Tokyo drift thing, and I chase it and I challenge them to shark drifting?
No.
No.
Damn.
Well, there
Why
would
can't you
be
let me have
some sort of
things?
aquatic racing, that's for sure.
I'm just
Horse
messing.
racing is a thing.
Anyway.
If you want, we can waterboard Dongo.
Hang on.
You can't waterboard
There's
me.
a
I'm on the
drift
water.
joke.
Oh god,
in
drifting
this.
in the waves. Damn it! I just realized that too. Damn it! All this talk.
Undercurrent drifting.
Damn it! All this being in water makes me need to use the restroom. I'll be right
Okay.
back.
Okay, guys, I think we're floundering here. We should just get on with it.
Well,
Yeah,
that was uncomfortable.
And now
I
we're
really
drowning
fish you.
in just shitty sea.
I really wish you guys would stop.
Oh, God.
Okay.
Jason Statham, there we go. All right, let's get back on track.
onto
Yeah,
the point.
please.
Let's get back on track. Ren's starting to
Let's
get a
get
little
on board.
crabby.
The moment you get a oh my gosh or a groan, you know your pun was successful.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if anyone's gonna make those kinds of jokes, it's gonna be me.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Anyways.
Well, I'll be
All
right
right, guys,
back. Anyway.
continue.
Yes.
Yeah, no, that's about it. You guys are at Riverguard Keep, and then that you had seen. You just kind of know you should probably go check out. You're at Summit Hall. You should check out Riverguard Keep.
Yes.
Sorry, I'm
Yeah.
flipping through the pages.
Well, I'm gonna explore the hull because try and find any information as to why they're here in the water plane and not in the quote-unquote prime material plane.
Sure. Roll me an investigation.
Come on.
I'm looking.
God damn it.
7.
You don't really find too many answers. Most of these guys just kind of seem to be just doing their own thing of just running drills. And he's like, hey, can I get a moment of time? Hey, excuse me. And then they're just kind of gone as they kind of just, marching along.
Mm.
Give me 1 minute. I'm just trying to find a map. Okay. Let's get back. I got the map uploaded and all
Yeah.
that stuff.
Cool.
Sorry. I not that I didn't want to listen to this go on more.
Killing time for you to get ready.
Okay. So Pride, you're going around asking some people and trying to investigate why are you guys here, and they're like, piss off, civvy, classified. The typical run around with that investigation. I mean, you could try a persuasion of some sort with maybe Lady Yushian. Lord knows you're better at that one.
Yes, but ironically not by much.
Oh.
I'm probably the best one for persuasion because I got 6, unless he has higher.
Nope, you've got higher. I've got 5. Mine's in performance.
I have 0.
I'll say that I talked to Pride to see if he found out anything, and he can just tell me that they wouldn't tell him, so I talked to Lady Ocean and try to persuade her.
Yeah, go for it. I
Okay.
think she might be a little nicer since you let her ride on the giant shark.
And God knows I'm not gonna fucking make it.
25.
Because
There you go.
Nice.
Lady Yushin, you ask, okay, what are you asking her? I can't just give you all these answers off for nothing.
I turned to Pride. Pride, what are you after?
I'm trying to find information as to why they're here in the plane of water and not like in the
Prime
plane,
material.
in the prime material plane.
Prime material. What now?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I was gonna say we didn't even know there were other elemental planes. This whole thing started. I don't
That's
think
true. Yeah.
The
It would-
first set of cultists we found initially were from something called the elemental plane of air.
Mm.
There we encountered some sort of
Airplane.
necromancer. He said he was the brother
Never
of
saw
the
that movie.
founder of the
Well, he was a lich.
Siegmer.
Wait, hold on a second. Oh shit. You mean to say you found Blob's his name? Because I have to
Renwick.
look up his name. Renwick, thank you.
Renwick.
Wait, hold on a second. Sorry, that's real coughing.
Yes,
Yeah,
no.
I know the feeling.
Quick, someone, and he needs 3 CPs of purple hair dye set.
It's okay. What it was is I had a mouthful of spit, and then I took a deep breath, and then
Oh,
it
that's
shot
the
down
worst.
my throat.
Mhm.
So the choking on nothing but air, kind of choking.
Yeah.
All right, hold on. So you mean to say you guys ran into Renwick?
We've
but
encountered him. Yeah.
He's been dead for like hundreds of years.
Yeah,
But
he's
then
a
wait.
lich.
He's a lich now.
Huh?
You know, undead mage.
From what he told
Necromancer.
us, he said that his brother gave him a potion.
So the stories were true. So that Renwick died on the battlefield, and that even though he was trying to become a lich, his brother kind of gave him a potion that turned him into a lich. We had heard stories, but you know, this has been well over 100 years.
Yeah.
I mean, what we're doing here, not on the plane of water, this is me saying this, not on the plane of water, but what they're doing here at this temple is they are on a bit of a pilgrimage to take some of the brothers' remains up to the thingy. No, that's what the
Mirabar
consulate. Yeah, the Mirabar's consulate all about. That's not the. Yeah,
delegation.
the Mirabar consulate is on a pilgrimage to drop off all the stuff for his stuff.
Yeah, you still said last time that the whole point of the Mirabar delegation was they were transporting the remains of one of these guys' order to, I think, this location.
Yes, that is correct. I'm trying to find the right page. I had the right page for something else. Okay. I had to double check something. All right. So Lady Ushian, after you telling her that you met up with Renwick, she calls over one of her pages and says, fetch the sorcerer. And upon which, maybe about 5 minutes later, the page comes back with this other woman. And she explains to the sorcerer what's going to be happening. And then she looks to you and it's like, okay, my sorcerer here, who doesn't get a name because it doesn't matter,
Yep.
she is going to send a message. Now, she has never met Renwick, but with your help, we can reach across the plains and we can talk to Renwick. Maybe we can get Renwick to help us.
That is probably not going to happen at all.
I mean, you can try, but
No.
he's kind of neutral still to everything.
He's kind of not that much of a people person.
He's not going to help. I don't think he's going to help, not unless he gets pushed in the right direction. Mostly, where we met him, he was in a temple where the air cultists were, and the way they sort of delegate things there was if any of the air cultists tried to get into his room, he would pretty much outright kill them, or if they touch any of his stuff in the temple, they will pretty much be killed on the spot. He wouldn't help us when we were there, not unless we did something for him, but even then, that involves taking out the air cultist leader, and we didn't have enough firepower at the time to do so. And the only thing he was sort of promising us then was to make sure that no air cultists that entered the temple.
Yeah, and the only time he would actually really helped us with anything, he was just kind of being a courteous house host.
Yeah.
Oh, see, I just kind of assumed that, being a lich and all that stuff, he'd probably have access to plane shift and be able to get you guys to where you need to be going.
Probably, but like I said, not a people person.
Yeah, he wouldn't help us, even if we were on the ground dying.
Hmm.
I mean, he felt like if he felt bad, but I don't know if he feels much.
Again, it's more of, provided that you don't provoke him, he's not gonna do anything. Not unless he chooses to, or has something to really gain out of it.
Yeah, and if you provoke him, he'll pretty much just snap his finger and you'll be done, and you'll probably lose your existence.
Well, okay. She sends the page and the sorceress away. Well, all right. If that's the way you guys would like it to be, that should be fine. But while you're here, perhaps you could do us a favor. You guys seem to be quite the capable adventurers. Word has come our way that some interesting activity has been happening down at the River Guard Keep, and we were wondering if you could send some stuff. We've noticed some weird shark riders in the area. We saw those weird hippopotamus people, the gifts.
Oh,
Um,
I sort of stop her right there. Okay, we know about the shark people. We found that out of Pelor. Apparently, based off description, they are possibly water cultists.
how many cultists are there again?
4
Let me
at the
see.
moment.
Four separate groups.
Elemental based.
That we know of right now.
Each with a different elemental affinity.
What do they want?
Take over the world. Or
Either
they're...
take over the world or destroy it.
We don't know. We've encountered 2 personally, and yeah, they're mostly enslaving. Oh, the air cultists were enslaving people by indoctrinating them and whatever, and they're pretty.
The Earth Cultists are just assholes.
Yeah.
Wait, who else is there with us? With me and Pride?
I guess Dynn, just by the...
What was that?
I mean, Dynn's been in the conversation, so I guess he is.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Okay.
Well, what's Groc at this time?
Barry would not be there because you guys left
Yeah.
Chandri back at Womford.
Yeah, she went off and did her own thing. And where's Groc at the moment?
Groc is off, probably near the gate, just kind of thinking.
Oh, I thought we left this off at when we first got there and we were talking with them. I thought this was like right after the shark ride.
I thought this was like the next day sort of thing because we stayed there.
Yeah.
It is the next day,
Oh,
basically.
Sorry, I got the timing mixed up. But yeah, I guess I'd probably be with you guys unless like I don't know, I somehow was able to get go get any ingredients or anything.
It's been about 2 days since you left Chandri behind because you guys pretty much spent the whole day and night swimming upriver trying to find that damn ferry.
Yeah.
And then before you knew it, you made your way to Belliard.
Mm-hmm.
And then from Belliard to
The ambush
place.
site.
Yeah, the ambush site. And then to Summit Hall. It's
Yeah.
more or less been a second day.
Yeah.
I guess. And would Chandri would we be considering I guess we wouldn't have really been considering letting Chandri party at that point yet because we only knew her for a little bit.
I'd probably say we would have probably gone back to Womford anyway because we got to check in with that. We got to investigate.
Whatever that other dude who gave us the book's name was.
Yeah.
Yes, and beat the shit out of him for being a lying asshole.
Yeah.
How are you guys getting back to Womford?
Doesn't Womford have a crystal?
No.
Nope.
It's
But
Barge Ride.
Barge does, which is right
yeah,
next
there
door.
are several cities within. decent
Yeah,
towns.
Barge Rides and Breloon or whatever that place was called. Had one?
Ballard.
Belliard, yeah.
Belliard, yeah.
I don't know why, but I almost thought the Pokemon for some reason.
I was gonna say Breloom.
So what's up? So you guys are gonna make your way off the barge, right? First.
Yeah, maybe we can get some good potions out. Maybe we get some more potions from the witch lady who lives there.
The wizard, yeah. I also
Yeah,
sort
the
of
wizard
finish. I also sort of finish off telling Lady Ocean that we also dealt with the hippo gang, the gifts. We ran into them and killed
Oh,
them.
the GIFs. Yes, the Jiffy GIF gang.
Yeah, we sort of ran into them earlier on, but we had to kill them because of they were attacking us.
They were abominations to man. Nothing shall be known as a GIF.
Plus, also they were causing problems at Barge-Right, Ballard. So
Yes, I remember that part now.
Yeah, and they almost killed my shark and gorilla like 2 or 3 times. So I was kind of just wanting to kill them.
But hey, at least you got a pretty cool gun out of it.
Oh yeah, and I get my charisma, and I get a higher charisma modifier.
Did it actually boost your modifier?
Yeah, originally my modifier was at 13, now it's at 14, so I get a +2.
Cool, you got a gun of badass.
I mean, Dynn's already badass, so...
check the chat.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd go maybe ass than badass.
Yeah, you're more smartass than badass.
Better smartass than a dumbass.
No, that's pride.
Yeah.
Pride's the dumbass, Dynn's the smartass, and Groc is the grumpy ass. Now, what does that make Norfinas?
The jackass.
The ass that's
No,
not
that would
there.
still be Pride.
yeah.
The secret
Norfinas
ass.
doesn't have an ass title. He's because Pride's working double duty.
Oh, come on.
Ass. I like that one.
Oh, the pun! I didn't mean to make that pun.
No, Barry said the half-ass.
Yeah.
I like that.
I mean,
I mean, pretty much. I mean, considering all the moments he's had where Pride, half the job gets done anyway.
Quick question to Barry. Do you, even though you can't talk right now, do you still just want to, we'll just say we pick you up, but there's a reason you can't be talking, and you can still sort of help us out with stuff?
Yeah, because I mean, we could use a little bit of help if we get into a fight today anyway.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know how long I would like. I might pass out on you.
yeah.
Well, we can just say that Chandri had a performance, and now her voice is all hoarse.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean, and if you want to do anything right now while you're still like playing it for anything, if you want to like do anything when we fight, if we are fighting, just you can type it in this time if you want to, I guess.
Yeah.
And then leave up your character for the rest of it.
Mhm.
All right, but I do need to ask, how are you guys getting to Barge Right? You guys are porting there?
We
Yes.
kind of have to,
Are
yeah.
Are you all porting? Is it just one of you? Are you guys doing it stealthily? Are you telling Ushian you've got this magical teleporting stone?
We're gonna walk for like 5 minutes and then port to Barge Right.
Yeah,
I mean,
then
have
from
we really been secret with the ports before? I mean,
no one has really brought it up.
okay.
We haven't really teleported away in front of a lot
People.
of people.
Yeah, like the only time we have was in the airplane with that elder guy and the cult and the people we had to free from the cultists.
But you guys are all going then?
Yeah, we kind of have to because we're going to go to Womford anyway.
All right, fantastic. I want you guys all to roll a perception check.
Okay.
Or if you want, just to cheat and use your passives.
I'll use my passive.
Yeah, wait, am I...
I'm
no,
rolling
you already-
because my passive sucks. Better than my passive.
I'll use
Okay,
my passive. Damn it.
you already rolled your 5, so you
Fine.
can't. Okay, pretty much everyone but Dynn will have noticed this. The last couple, okay, Norfinas, you at least probably remember this from the last time. The last time you took the gate stone, it seemed to have taken a little bit longer.
Pride was the only one that noticed it last time.
Was it Pride?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay,
Alright,
I
cool.
said it in the chat. Dongo, you're echoing.
Yeah,
Oh, am
hardcore.
I?
Yeah.
That's hold up. Dang this thing. I gotta push it away from the head.
Mm.
Mhm.
I really do need to get a better one. Not having. If you guys got any like any brands that aren't super badly priced that I can use, then
Bit later.
definitely. Yeah, later, of course.
All right,
Yep.
1 second.
Yep, so last time there was only Pride that noticed it. Groc and I failed our Arcana rolls then.
Yeah.
That's fine. Just give me 1 second. Oh, that doesn't.
There we go.
All right. You're definitely not in Barge Right.
Hell.
What the fuck just happened?
Give me 1 minute. I'm gonna make this bigger. That's tiny.
Don't.
Man, this teleportation's taking a while today.
Wait, does Dynn notice?
I'm just going by what my perception roll was.
I think the roll was to see if we noticed whether or not it was taking longer.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
And it did. But yeah, it seems like something weird happened because you're definitely not in
Barge right.
Barge Right. Sorry, I know I'm trying to.
Insert Wizard of Oz joke here.
Ah, damn it! I was just about to say something.
I immediately. What do I need to roll to see? Try to find out where we are. Perception or investigation?
1 second. I'm trying to do this last thing. Okay.
Actually, are we still on the water?
Nope.
There we go.
Oh, yep. Okay.
Do you have
This is
to
the
roll
bigger
to breathe
image.
again?
Grok, I guess you're fine.
Oh,
But here's the
shit.
thing: you can hold your breath for an hour, but
Yeah.
you don't know you had to. So
Yeah.
I don't know if you can. Well, to skip things over a bit, you guys are dead again. I'm not going to make you roll Constitution saves. As you kind of appear in this weird place, you're dead.
I just want to roll one for fun.
Yeah, you're dead.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, that's about right.
Just a fun roll.
Yep.
Fucking whatever. Hey.
Okay, you managed to hold your breath long enough to see everyone die around you.
Oh, hold up,
Dynn.
I haven't done my yet.
Hooray!
Dude,
Didn't
you can hold your breath.
For an hour.
Yeah, but he knows, if he knows in advance to hold his breath, it's like going underwater and then, oh, I'm underwater. I'll hold my breath. Oh wait, that's not air.
There. I know to hold my breath.
Sure.
Like, I'm just holding my breath for as long as I can. I see everybody start dying, and I'm like, I just start thinking, oh no, not everyone else. And then I see Brecky and Bubbles. I'm like, and then I actually out loud say, Bubbles. Oh.
Dan, you managed to hold your breath for all of 3 seconds, or 3 minutes, I mean to say.
Mhm.
So you've had enough time to, while holding your breath, you see both Pride die again, Norfinas to die, well, again as well, I
This is the
suppose.
second time.
Actually, does Bubbles and Brecky just evolve again?
They're just, a fish and a monkey, but yeah, they're both dead. Because I'm going somewhere with
Brecky,
this.
and I die.
And I...
Okay, then I'm gonna use those 3 minutes to be as dramatic as I can.
Uh-huh.
Well, hey, look on the bright side, guys. I can speak with dead to talk to our dead corpses.
Don't you have to be
Dead too.
alive to do that?
That sounds like a Pride thing to say. Whoops, sorry.
Make a joke because no matter how I would use it, it still wouldn't be fucking useful.
Yeah.
So as you guys are dead, you find yourself, unlike last time, instead of being in a dark room, so to speak, this is a white room.
Mhm.
This is more of a white room. Everything is rather bright. You kind of see your corporeal forms once again kind of lift into the air, but you're not in this apocalyptic wasteland. You're more in this again, this white room, and before you, you see this humanoid, several wings coming from their back.
Oh fuck.
And me without my monster manual.
Can I roll to see if this is the same?
Can I roll an Arcana to try and identify what the fuck he is?
Sure, you can roll an Arcana. I mean, I'm going to tell you guys regardless.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, then Pride will know a little bit more than us, I guess.
Pride will understand a little bit more, but you guys will all understand once this figure starts talking. Oh, I am so happy to have found you all. I have been searching for quite some time. We were worried that the Dark One had gotten to you before we could.
Ah, hell.
Oh, I see by that look on your face that perhaps we were not able to get to you in time.
Well, I mean, I don't know what you mean. I mean, it's not like we're currently dead in a fucking shithole of a world.
Real quick, out of character. Is this lies?
No, I am not
No.
stealing anything
No,
from
it's not
Unexpectables.
therapy.
I
Noodle.
know. But a man can dream.
Also, lies
No,
would
this
beat
is
the
true.
shit out of Dynn. Let's be honest.
See, I wanted to use Orin, but I'm not going to. Not from Unexpectables, because Solar is... I meant to say Solar, not Orin. Solar is in the default monster manual. But I think I'm just going to go with Pelor. Everyone knows who Pelor is.
I
Who's
don't.
Pelor?
Yeah, I totally know who it is, but for those who don't,
those
Pelor
at
is
home.
one of the many other D&D default deities.
Ah.
Oh, he's the default god of the sun.
Yeah,
I'm not currently home, so I don't have access.
that's okay. I meant to look something up, but this is me making my own stuff up, trying to go back to my original story.
Yeah.
Rather than the book story. And I'm choosing Pelor because why not? We are Pelor. We've been searching for you for quite some time. If you guys, this is a fluff roll an insight. Whomever wants.
Okay.
Non-penalty.
Nat 20.
Well, thank God I've got good insight.
Even with the non-natural, it's still the same as Norf's critical. You guys pretty much all, except for Groc.
You notice that Groc's eye is twitching right now.
So what's going on basically is, Pelor keeps referring to themselves in the plural tense. Yes, there's no one there. That's what the insight was, that they keep referring to themselves as we, as opposed to that there's not like a dozen other angels behind them.
Like the royal we, or...
Yeah,
Okay.
it's exactly like the royal we.
Okay.
I choose to believe that it's like Ermac and it's just a million souls all in one body.
Sure.
Oh, Legion.
Yes.
Legion. I miss him.
We can see that you look quite confused and upset.
I instantly look at Groc. Yes. I also pull out the crystal and show it to Pelor.
That was always meant to kill us, wasn't it?
Yes, I see that you have been given the cursed item. One moment, we shall deal with that. And Pelor raises its arms, and the crystal glows, but stays the same, more or less. Now he can no longer spy on you.
So, wait, how was it cursed?
Oh, the Dark One was spying on you, always aware of where you were going, leading you to false trails and causing you to ramble on incessantly about nothing.
Okay.
Okay, that's fine. I see what you did there.
To be fair, that's not bad.
Our derailments are canon.
And you've been editing them out the entire time.
Yeah. Oh, well, not only the last few.
Wait,
Well,
what
that-
has he been ending at again?
Whenever we would just bust into tangents and talk about random shit mid-campaign.
I've only done that the last 3 episodes.
Wait, we actually did that?
No.
That's canon.
Yeah.
Can-
Basically,
Fourth wall breaking, now made canon. Good job, Ryan Reynolds.
All right,
Pelor is now Ryan Reynolds.
We're still
All right.
fucking doing it.
I know we are, but that was
Yeah.
necessary. You probably are wondering what was happening before you died. You saw a shattered world. That was the prime
on.
material plane.
Okay, I was gonna guess that.
Many years ago, the Dark One invaded, and he just caused quite the calamity.
Hold on.
Separate-
Let me take a guess.
I put a big web.
He
scaly
shattered
claw over.
everything.
I have that.
and-
My claw is over your mouth, dude.
Seriously, why is
You,
Pride
you
interrupting
just hear
the giant
Pride
thing that's
still
talking
just
to
like
us?
making, just like. Can
Can I make a claw attack?
Can I make a frying pan attack?
I actually have claw. My claws can actually deal damage. Can I do a claw attack to shut him up?
And can I do a frying pan attack to knock him out?
I think Taylor's just ignoring you guys, and he's just still talking anyways.
You know what? I'm
And
gonna-
such,
Go on. Sorry.
all the planes were ripped, all the elements were ripped asunder from the prime world, leaving it nothing but an empty husk. A broken realm, if you would.
Heyo.
Do-do-do-ch.
Roll credits.
You office look back at the office look back at the camera.
The Dark One was probably tricking you into retrieving the Brazier of Worlds, giving him full control over not restoring how the world was to be.
Well, that was pretty brazen of him.
I take my other hand and put it around Dynn's mouth.
You see
dark-
Pride just like look down at Dynn like, really?
I see the Dark One's influence even reaches here.
I have both of my hands are over the two jackasses' mouths.
I'm just giving a thumbs up to. Instead, since I can't
I'm gonna
talk
try
anymore.
something. I'm gonna roll intimidation on Pride and Dynn, just to tell them to
I
shut
think
up.
it's Constitution save, just to see if they can.
Charisma.
You mean charisma save?
Charisma
Yes.
or wisdom?
Yeah.
Well, I'm taking charisma.
Well, shit.
Ah,
Because
20.
Pride gives no
Oh,
fucks.
17.
Of course he
Okay.
doesn't.
Charisma save. Well, might as well try. 19. Wow.
Wow.
I've given
No
up
one
on life.
cares.
I just shut up and just listen to the best I can.
I'm flipping off north with my.
I slowly
Fred
start to
just got
grip tighter
Armstrong.
around
Pride's
his
just got an Armstrong twinkle.
So much for that. Okay.
I apologize for the telephones.
Yeah.
It's quite all right. We have existed for many eons. This few seconds of distraction is nothing more than the blinking of a gnat in the cosmos. Patience is quite the virtue. Now, as I was saying, before the material plane was ripped asunder, all the elements scattered to their own planes. Earth to the plane of earth, water to the plane of water, fire, etc., etc. I think you know where this is going.
Yes.
After the Dark One had destroyed the world, we were able to contain him. Drawing his energy from the elements, it was quite the battle, and it had weakened us, thus delaying us retrieving you, our holy warriors. Originally, we set up encampments in each of the planes as safeguards, as attempts to try and bring the worlds back together. I feel from your auras that you have met 2 other of these holy warriors on each of the planes, but I see one of them has gone back to his plane, but another one still you have faint traces of aura with. That would be Bruno, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I figured.
I
Yeah.
assume you are referring to Dimble and Bruno.
Ah, so that is their names. There should be more, but it's not always a guarantee they shall live. The Dark One has caused many wars and strife, seeking out any inhabitants of any worlds, trying to snuff out such holy warriors. I see that you 4 have... I had to actually count for a second. I see that you 4 have already fallen, but you were brought back with his cursed magic. I see that you are quite different from what I had in mind. Most times, my holy warriors are just full
Paladins.
of radiant energy. Yes, more or less.
Paladins and clerics.
Yeah, I was trying to find a way of making that in character. But you guys have all been
idiots.
bastardized, and you looks down at Dynn. I don't even... Pulls out a book and starts flipping through pages.
Pulls
I
on the
don't
monster
even...
manual.
Yeah, you're on this page of this book. Pulls out the player's handbook, but I don't see anything about Chef.
Meanwhile, I've got my own special expansion.
Yes, there are many classes to look through.
I get my mouth free from Groc's grip for a second and just say, I'm an individual.
Yes, you are quite the unique butterfly.
Hell yeah, I am. I got a stinger.
Oh my god.
Taylor's nose starts bleeding a bit. Oh, I'm sorry. That was so profoundly stupid. You almost killed us.
He had an
Oh god, you
aneurysm.
think I'm bad? You think I'm bad? I think you kind of forgot something.
Claws on his mouth again. Just had an aneurysm from sheer stupidity.
The Dark
Pelor, I
One.
didn't think you were that stupid.
The Dark One has many soldiers under his employ, many cultists, trying to bring...
Knew it.
Yeah. Much disruption to these planes, trying to bring them down. One cultist is not enough of each element to tame each world, and so he's brought in many other outside realms to pollute the worlds. Now I must ask you, please stop his forces so we may bring this world back to order.
That
I
is.
shall give...
Sorry, go on.
I shall give you a gift, if you will. And Pelor raises its arms once again, and some sort of holy aura emanates from itself and seems to bask the 4 of you in it. I have granted you all adaptability to each area you might visit,
Oh,
where
thank God.
you may not experience such turmoils again.
I kind of really hope that Norf said that like in character.
I did.
He did, and you're welcome. For I am a god.
I still can't talk, so I'm just giving thumbs up to that, to what Pelor just said anyway.
Also, I'd like to think that when I grabbed because when Groc covered Dynn's mouth, he didn't like just do it like you would with a person. He grabbed him around the snout.
Yeah.
I'd like to think that like when I did it, he's made like a little squeaky toy sound, like squeak.
Squeak it, squeak it, squeak it, squeak it.
If I were at work, I would have grabbed one of the toys off the shelf.
Yeah.
And one final gift I shall give you. No. Wait. I already did that. Never mind. I believe that I have explained everything. Is there any questions you have for me?
Trying make sure there. I'm trying to like.
Yeah,
have
I'm
characters
thinking.
think if there was any like vagueness of what he said, because knowing what I know about Tim right now,
Can I ask something then?
I will.
So Dynn raises his hand.
I will. I let go of the mouth.
Please let this be intelligent enough.
Fucking Dynn.
Thank you, Sensei. Now, how can we believe? How can we really trust what you're saying? The other guy's saying, because considering there's two different voices that can bring us back to. I'm sorry if it if this sounds disrespectful to you or anything, but
Oh no, sorry, you were just cutting out. So
Yeah,
I was
you
talking.
were
oh,
cutting
am I
out.
cutting out?
From what I could gather, the basic question was how
Yeah.
can we?
Trust
How
your.
How
can
do
we
we know
believe
that
you
you're
over the
not
other,
the-
and everything's been so crazy already?
Yeah. How do we know that you're not the evil one?
Hmm.
I believe there is a certain term called insight roll.
And...
Okay, fuck it, I'll roll.
Fair enough.
Just him or all of us?
Yeah, whoever
21.
wants to.
Hell yeah.
God damn it.
Sure, why not? I'll roll again.
Right,
Never mind.
he doesn't give a shit.
Okay, Groc and Norfinas, now that Dynn asked this question, you're actually, I don't know, maybe swayed, depending on what your opinion was before. I'm not going to give you your own opinion. That's your opinion. But Dynn, no, your insight shows that Pelor doesn't seem to be bullshitting you. You kind of seem on the up and up.
It is like a...
I mean, out of character, if with last time when Bruno was playing with us and I killed Bruno, I tried to make the voice an asshole.
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right. It's been a while. I think I might have left for that. Left for a second on that one because I was take care of something since it was like something that was more Bruno related at the time.
Watch the episode.
I'll rewatch. I'll rewatch it. But all right. Then I'm just going to look up at Pelor and just say, all right, I can trust you, but
Mhm.
this you might want to at least give us as much information that we'll need to know because the other guy did not really do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you can also try and give us the name of the other guy.
Hmm.
The Dark One.
That's more like a title, though.
Steven.
All right,
Steven
all right,
Universe,
look,
got
all right,
it.
let me ask you a different question.
Yeah.
Is he a celestial, or is he some sort of demon or fiend?
He was a mortal who gained too much power. Knowledge can be quite the dangerous tool, and it is known to corrupt those, especially those of those of men. Let
All right,
us
so he's
just
human,
say,
got it.
let us just say, there was a sign that says "Do not press," and he jumped all over it.
Probably just looks over at Dynn is
That's
says
you,
that.
dumbass.
That's both of you, and you know it.
No.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'd only push the button if it told me to go fuck myself.
God, do
And
you wanna
after
roll
he
an
was
insight on
done
that?
jumping all over the button, he shit on the button.
That's pride.
That's Scanlan.
No, considering pride's made things shit before too in this campaign, I'm gonna say pride too.
Anyway.
And early in Critical Role, Scanlan literally just shit on a dude's bed just because.
Nice.
I remember that other gift I said I was gonna do. I forgot what I was gonna do. I started speaking it. As Pelor glows once again, I'm gonna retcon something back into this,
Okay.
so it's not surprising. As Pelor glowed before and decursed the teleportation stone, he also would have says, "I have upgraded it to allow you to travel back to any previous gates you had encountered."
Oh!
So we can. So with the crystal we interacted with on the airplane, we can teleport to that one now.
Yes, but it will only take you back to gates you had encountered before, not any ones you have not seen.
Okay.
So, after this, if we were to encounter a crystal on, say, the fire plane, we can't teleport to that one if we were to leave that plane.
No, you gotta say, for example, you did make your way to the plane of fire at some point, and then you did meet a crystal. You could teleport yourself back from that fire plane back to your village, for example, or
Okay.
vice versa.
We basically have access to every single
Crystal network.
Regardless of what plane it's on.
Yeah.
So long as we've encountered it.
Yes.
Yeah, as long as we've actually like attuned with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've
Okay.
basically just gained
Advanced quick travel.
a slightly different version of plane shift.
Ah,
Yeah.
Yeah, in the case of like if we were going by like Final Fantasy 14 terms, Aetherite.
Yeah.
Sure.
Which means
But
that
every
Sorry, go on.
I was gonna say, at least it doesn't cost you money or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The downside is, so if we need to go to other planes, we still need to get a plane shift.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I guess we didn't encounter a crystal on Mykonos.
No, you guys did not really look hard enough. You didn't even really want to be on Mykonos, so I tried my best to get you guys through as quick as possible.
Fair enough.
Yeah, sorry, but that was kind of like a situation where it's just like, damn it, we got sent to the wrong place. We need to go home now.
Yeah.
I only sent you there as a way that maybe you guys could go shopping for some
That is
really cool, funky stuff.
Yeah.
That was the only reason I sent you there.
Yeah, we didn't really think about looking for a crystal in those cases. We were just kind of like either going to shop or just go home immediately.
But I mean, hey, if you're going to meet up with that elder again, he has the key for Mykonos.
Yeah.
Yep.
Not
Yeah,
that
so
I
we
have
can
any
see
reason
local
to send you
stuff,
again.
I got a question.
Probably could. He's an old man.
I got a question for the god.
Yes.
Um.
Yes, my child. What is your question?
Okay. So before coming here to this white room, we noticed something. I point to Pride. He noticed something was off about the teleportation, and then we got teleported here.
That was my attempts on bringing you towards me. The Dark One, Stevens, influence was quite strong, and it took a lot of my energy. Sorry, our energy. I got to use the royal term.
Yeah.
It took a lot of our energy to break through his magical forces to bring you to us.
Okay.
We have known of you for quite some time, but we're powerless to reach out.
So, because now you purified this crystal from the Dark One's influence, does that mean now you're watching us?
Yes, although this also might mean that the Dark One, his efforts might step up as he is aware that he no longer has 4 other pawns in his large army. Now, if my children, if you did not have any further questions, would you allow me to return you to where it is that you wanted to go to?
Does anyone have any questions?
I mean, unlike the other guy, this guy did a pretty good job of explaining things. So.
Is it possible for you to, well, seeing how the Bruno and Dimple are not here, but they are part of your cause, so to speak, have you contacted them?
They are lost to me. I am searching for them, but the Dark Stephen is quite powerful. The one you refer to as Dimble, he has returned back into the darkness, and it is quite difficult to search for him. Bruno, their mind is also quite shrouded in darkness. I will continue my attempts to search for them, but I sense much doubt and confusion in their hearts.
Makes
So I guess if we see them, we'll just try to convince them to keep going with us then.
What about a human named Chandri? Is she one of yours?
A moment. there are so many names in our list.
He pulls out a
And you see-
tablet.
Yeah, Pelor pulls out a very much an iPad. You don't know what an iPad is, but in terms of this case, it is an absolute straight up iPad with a half-eaten apple on the back. And you see them flipping, running their finger up and up and up through the tablet. Ah, yes. I do believe that this Chandri is also one of my children. Although it seems as though they may have their influence broke away from the village quite early. For you see, you are all of the same village because that is the village Pelor has created. It would see
Wait.
that as a young child, Chandri left your village and so did not gain my protection throughout the years.
Wait, does that mean Bruno and Dimble are also from here?
No.
No, they're from their own plane.
Oh, okay, it's like different planes, so
Yes.
I guess they have their own different made villages. Okay, I was like confused
Yeah.
for a second there.
What I've been trying to explain is that on each plane, there is a holy village, so to speak, and that yours is the holy village, which is why I've tried to have it that you guys were all from the same village, that you all knew each other.
Okay.
I've had this whole encounter planned since we first started.
Oh wow,
Yeah,
dang! This is a really cool thing you had planned then. Okay,
yeah, I had this planned actually from the beginning.
I did not see any of that coming. Damn.
It was because that I started regretting my choices with the plane of water that I decided to like step up my wanting of this encounter. That it was always that you guys were in a protected holy village, that it was fated that you guys were to have left and that you would have, died, but that the Dark One would have gotten to you first, and that whichever holy being I eventually settled on, settled on Pelor for all intents and purposes, that Pelor finally was able to find you, that the Dark One got to you first.
Yeah.
Okay, and I guess one other quick question to you, Ghost. I'm guessing by when you say he's looking at a list, like decide to join us if some others have to leave for something.
Yeah, more or less.
Yeah, I don't know. That's like something I was kind of wondering.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, then I have one thing I want to ask, but I kind of want to save my thing last before we leave, so in case anyone else had anything to say.
I think that's all my questions. Anyone else?
So, I'm just going to assume that you can't tell us where the brazier is.
Yeah.
Any place you could point us to start? It's just, I'm one who likes.
I could tell you, but you are far too weak. As the time comes, I will contact you again, and I will point you to where you need to go. For now, if I were to tell you, you would be destroyed in the blink of an eye.
If Groc had lips, they would be very pursed.
Okay.
Anyone else got anything they want to ask?
Throughout this conversation, you guys, if you want us to ask a question, throughout this conversation, the holy radiant aura will slowly started dissipating, and it doesn't seem like it's a bad thing as much as like your eyes adjusting to such brightness in a sense. And you guys are still talking with Pelor all about you, but you are in the ruins of this city, and you, the players, as an understanding for you, this is a very modern Earth civilization. Like if this was like Chicago, this would be Chicago. Like the city of Chicago, not some sort of Dungeons and Dragons Chicagonian of the North or whatever.
Yeah.
So like,
But-
this is actual Chicago?
Yeah.
Chicago, Illinois.
Yes.
Damn.
This would be-
Okay. Well, that's really breaking the fourth wall.
But like as your characters being a turtle, a lizard man, an elf, and some sort of devil thing, you'd be like, yeah, that's some strange writing on that sign over there.
Uh,
This would be an Easter egg to like a cartoon or a TV show or whatever that the audience would understand, but would just be
Yeah.
right over the characters' head.
I was gonna
I'm
say,
just like
mate.
looking. I'm looking. Sorry.
I was gonna say, with the universal translator, I would probably understand it, but not know what the fuck it is. So
You'd see, yeah, sure. You'd read Chicago, Illinois. Well, this thing is making gibberish again.
Can I ask Norf real quick for his translator?
the thing with my translator is it's that actual implant.
Oh, damn. I thought
So
okay. I
no.
thought it was like something you could give because the way that you said like about giving it to someone.
I
Before.
thought it was okay. With that, I thought it was to give my spell of what is it? Comprehend languages to you, not like the actual spell, not the universal translator. Because again, I got the universal translator after I got comprehend languages.
Didn't you give me that? Because I thought I was the only one who said okay.
No, because Ghost clarified that.
Oh, I couldn't use it. Okay.
Yeah,
Alright,
you
then
couldn't
I'm just
use you couldn't use the spell.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Never mind. Then I forgot about that. All right. Then I can't really do any joke that I want to involving
Yeah.
Chicago. So I'm just gonna go like, the
Yeah.
fuck's an Uno?
Anyway.
Because that's like a famously known like Chicago pizza thing.
Mm.
Although I don't even know if that's open anymore. Actually.
No, we should probably get back on track.
Yes,
But
please.
yeah,
The
does
Dark
anyone else
One.
have any
The
questions?
Dark One's influence is bleeding into this realm once again.
No, that's just pizza sauce.
Oh, okay.
God.
All right.
All right.
So
Well,
actually, I have
then,
a question regarding
Yeah.
crystal.
Yes.
What would happen if it were to shatter into multiple pieces? Would those multiple pieces still be capable of operating?
No. But it would be possible to have them repaired. It would probably just take some time.
All right.
that's all you had to ask.
Oh, actually, I got one more question. The bigger crystals we find in towns, are they just natural sort of things, or are they dark one sort of things, or are they your
They
things?
are natural. They are echoes of the previous world that this once was.
Oh.
After the world was destroyed, eruptions occurred, and these were magical geysers that flowed through the core of the earth. There's a reason also that I showed you that picture way back when we started of that stone that you have. It's all rainbow colored.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of supposed to represent all the elements, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
Is there a crystal around here?
I'd say with a bit of investigation you could find one. I mean, you're literally just on 1st and 7th, you know.
14.
Yeah, fuck it. I'm going to say there is an absolute giant, like humongously giant skyscraper-sized crystal.
It's the Sears Tower.
Yeah, sure. Let's say the Sears Tower is ground zero. And you kind of get the impression this crystal was probably the center of a large explosion. Depending, because of just the way the crater is kind
Yeah.
of set. I'm trying to think of it if you guys are on the ground or if you're on the top of a building, because if you're on the ground, you wouldn't really see too much.
I guess you could say that it was very serious.
I want North just roll me an acrobatics, a fluff acrobatics or athletics, just to climb something high.
I wasn't even saying that as a character, just so you know.
Nope.
You don't know how to climb skyscrapers.
Dongo's joke was so bad you just face planted from 20 feet up in the air.
I just land on a bench.
Oh god, natural one. I just noticed that. Damn. I was looking at the
Good job,
Discord for a
Ezio.
second there.
So you saw something about someone named Sue, but you don't know what that was.
Then I guess if that's the last of your guys' questions, I'll just ask I have 2 questions I want to ask real quick.
Okay.
I was trying to save mine for last because one of them is kind of a
Yeah.
question, but yeah, I guess I'll ask. Is there any way we can get any more of these mini crystals that we've been using to travel? Because in the case that like some of us need to go to a different town with a crystal, and we don't want to waste any time. Are there any ways that we can get more of these?
No. Those that have already been placed amongst the various worlds shall be there.
What if we chip a piece off of a bigger one? What would happen then?
You would probably have a new teleportation stone.
That's what I meant, like the little mini crystals we've been using to teleport people.
Oh, I thought you meant to make a new tower, like a new teleportation relay, as opposed to this. Like what you have is like the teleportation key. If you were to break off a large chunk from one of the crystals, you'd probably make a key.
So okay, we can make more. We can have more than one of these.
Yeah.
To probably poke a hole in your... Norfinas just sort of raises his hand from the bench that he crashed on. To poke a hole in your theory, I think that crystal will only work if... will not be the same as the one I'm holding. It means that we'll have to revisit all the places again with that new one.
Yep. That would be true.
Dang. Yeah, maybe if we needed like
Still
one
worth the
more.
effort.
Yeah, I was kind of wondering in the case of like maybe we could have one more in case like we had to like go to separate places to get information, or if like we
Well,
wanted to get potions in one place and get information
We
in
could
the other.
also chip a piece off to have it in the wagon as a emergency.
Actually, that's not a bad idea. Like if we could like set up a little wagon that we teleport us to places.
It would just be tedious work a little bit, that's all, because then we have one person teleporting around to the places we've already been, just tapping the crystal, the new crystal, that's all.
On that note, what's your other question?
Yes.
Okay, then the silly question, I guess, in this case would be, I quickly take something out of my bag, put it in front of Pelor, and I'm like,
Oh,
Not give him a cupcake.
would you want a cupcake? Thank you for at least being real with us.
I'd say in the distance, one of the other buildings catches on fire, but there are no elements left on this world, and fire being an element, including oxygen as another one in particular.
Like, I mean, like, I almost just giving it as like, thank you for being like, thank you for at least helping us.
Oh, so it's
wasn't trying-
basically currently in the state of a moon.
Yes. It would be a very dark world. There'd be like, I guess there'd be some light. But yeah, there'd be like no air. There'd be no water at all. So the ground would be as dry as possible, no fire. It would very much be a moon. Yeah.
huh.
All right, then I'm just coming up to the thing. I'm just like, here, have a cupcake.
Pelor ignores you. And Pelor is probably going on an instruction of how there are other minor planes, like for example, Dimble was
Mykonos?
from. Yes, I gotta think about that one. But like the Beastlands, that's where Dimble was from, and so
Really?
yes, the minor plane of the Beastland, and so it would probably be explained that that's where the trees got separated to, and many of the animals.
Would
I could-
Mykonos be one of these?
Sure, that's where all the computers went. That's where all the computers went, and then AI in this world had already formed, and so this was a world. The Modrons are going to be the AI of the world, goddammit, and that's why Mykonos is inhabited by Modrons.
Okay.
And they use the Bitcoin.
No, they use bits of coin.
Hmm.
Then I guess. So since I guess my offering of a cupcake was denied, then I'm just going to quickly also. I just realized one other thing I need to. Just because like it's kind of important to Dynn in this case. I'm going to have Brecky and Bubbles right next to me. I'm like, do these two have any part to play in your whole plan? Because I want.
They're
them
still
to
dead,
voice-
by the way.
Oh God. Okay, heal these two. Heal these two. Damn it.
Took you long enough to realize it?
I thought that they got brought back to life too. Okay.
We
They
were.
are not. Yeah, you guys are the holy warriors. These are just a fucking shark and a gorilla.
Can you make these two into holy warriors?
Sure. Pelor pulls out a machine gun and starts shooting them up. Now they're holy warriors.
I'm honestly okay with that because that sounds awesome. You christened them with a fucking machine.
No, he put them full of holes.
Yeah.
Okay,
Aw.
Pelor, I will ask you one favor.
Yes.
Bring
What is?
back the shark for us.
Hey,
We can't use Brekkie inside.
bring back both of them, please. Can you please bring them back to?
Look, you guys are asking a god to interfere directly with the powers of life and death.
You were
All
literally
right.
just asking.
You
to do
were the
that
one
for
who was
shark a
asking him.
second ago.
I am not asking to bring both of them back.
All right. I'm
Yes.
gonna.
One.
Oh my
I'm gonna
God,
pull a
this is
page.
actually getting really dumb
I'm gonna
now.
pull a page from Critical Role. Sorry if this is spoilers for you, Godzilla. Okay, so Pelor is going to produce 2 necklaces, and these are basically gonna act as Pokeballs. And as I said, sorry, this is spoilers for you, Godzilla. And both bubbles gets zapped into one necklace, and
Brekkie.
Brekkie gets pulled into the other necklace. And
Wait.
that
Okay. So
basically,
I'm wearing.
think of these necklaces as Pokeballs, and that in Critical Role, this is how they take care of Trinket.
Oh.
Because you're kind of wondering, how the fuck do they get Trinket up that goddamn ladder?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, this is the
okay.
Trinket solution.
Climb.
Okay.
But
Okay.
there's a lot of times in Critical Role where they take their giant fucking grizzly bear on adventures with them,
They're
and then
giant
after
armor.
yes, giant bullets armored.
Yeah.
And so it's even bigger at this point. And then there are times where it's like, okay, let's try and be stealthy, or we got to climb up a ladder, or a bear would really not be a good thing right now.
Yeah.
And so basically they have a magic Pokeball.
Oh.
Huh.
I'm just gonna ask this real quick of you guys. Can you make them into? That way I don't look like I'm wearing 2 necklaces all the time.
They are 2 necklaces. That's what I was trying to say.
Well, no, yeah. Can you make them into like bracelets instead? So, like, a one bit bracelet with 2 like little accessories instead.
Pelor makes them into fucking nose rings.
Or not.
I'm sorry. I wasn't trying to.
Yeah.
Like,
It can
do
be
anything
whatever you want. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I wasn't actually trying to be disrespectful or anything to anything. I was just kind of like, I don't know. Like, it just seems. You're fine. And I really didn't mean to actually do anything wrong.
I was being a dick. They can be whatever you want.
Yeah, general
Those
rule
rings-
thumb, don't make
those
God
are-
angry.
Yeah, rule of
I wasn't
thumb.
try-
Don't
I-
fuck with gods.
Yeah, I didn't
Look,
mean to
it's
hit
not
my
my-
microphone.
Yeah.
No, you're fine. Like, it's not my fault. I'm really bad at filtering myself when I say things. I don't mean to be disrespectful when I say a lot of things.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I actually
Except-
am like
Except
sorry if
for
I.
when you're intentionally being a dick.
I actually don't mean to be on those.
Anyway.
Yeah,
That's out of my
they,
head.
the crystals. How about this? These are going to be Ioun stones. No, it's okay.
I have no
And so
idea
they
what
can be whatever. If you want, they can be a magical floating stone that just hovers around your head. You can they can be attached to a staff of some sort. They can be an earring. They can be a necklace. They can be a bracelet. They can be a belt buckle. Whatever. They're going to be an Ioun stone.
Okay, that works. I'm sorry, man. I really didn't want to like waste any more time, but I accidentally said something that kind of did that. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine because I didn't put any thought into it, and so it's something we would all have to work out because
Yeah.
I was making that
Yeah.
up on the spot.
Okay, thank you. I
Okay.
guess I should really start talking more out of when we're not playing instead, just so like we can like waste less time.
So yeah, these aren't necklaces. These are just simply 2 crystals that you can do whatever you want with.
So they like turn into things.
No, they are crystals. Like it's your choice of how you would like to jewel them, so to speak.
Mhm.
You can attach them to a staff. You can attach them to a necklace. You can attach these jewels to whatever you want. They're just jewels at
Yeah.
this point.
The Dark
Got
One's
it.
influence.
What was that?
The Dark One's influence again.
Right.
Well, not exactly rambling this time because it's
We're working out
in
stuff.
character. Yeah.
Stuff that can wait until after.
That is true, kind of.
Yeah, sorry, I'll stop. I have an idea of what I can do with them, but I'll just
Okay.
wait for later on that.
Were there any other favors you required of us while we had your attention?
No, not that I know of. If we ever do need any major help, if you can ever be available to help us, then or answer any questions that we need involving this quest, then
Yeah, is there a way
I'm
to
good
contact
for
you?
now.
Just use the crystal?
Probably
Yes.
Praying.
Probably just praying.
Oh god, I
Yes,
gotta be religious
just
now.
take the crystal and roll a religion check higher than 15, and I will do my best to guide you.
I'm kind of okay with Pelor being allowed to break the fourth wall.
Again, it's Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah.
Anyway. Okay, fair enough.
And then I think if that's that, I think
Oh, can I
Pelor would.
Pelor?
No,
Oh.
you would die. Pelor's armor class is too high, and you just miss.
Okay.
I think if that's that, Pelor would probably send you all. Where do you want to go?
It was
We're
barge
going to
ride.
barge ride anyway, right?
Yes.
All right, I think at that point, Pelor would send you guys all to barge right, and then of course, Bubbles and Bruno or Brecky, I mean, are in the crystals. So yeah, you guys are in barge right. Ta-da!
Mhm.
And so I was trying to kind of get this to happen last time, where you're going to meet Pelor, but I had to ask. So how are you guys getting to barge right? All right, we're taking the crystal. Oh, but Dynn is going to stay behind and make food. Fuck.
Look, how was I supposed to know?
You weren't. That's just it. And so I had
Yeah.
to wait until you guys all were together.
Yeah.
It was the most. How would you put it?
Convenient.
Yeah, convenient.
Yeah.
I find that just hilarious that didn't put such a big hamper on things.
Well, to be fair, he didn't know.
He didn't know. And it was just one of those
unintentionally,
things.
of course, that it's just funny to me.
And it would have just been really sad. It's like, guess what? We met God. What now? Yeah, we met God. I think at that point, I would have probably had to make Dynn fight you guys, as he was still under the Dark One's influence.
Oh, shit.
Oh, it would have been so cathartic.
It would have been like 3 versus 3 then in that case, because Brecky,
Yeah.
Bubbles, and Dynn
Well, you
versus
could
the
only
3 of you.
use
One.
you could only use the one in bonus action.
That's
I
true.
think I would have allowed it where he would have been able to use all 3 of them, because
Aw,
Dark Lord
that'd be-
Steven would have probably had influence.
Mm.
Like, I really don't want it to happen, but I also...
I just realized something.
What?
I was wondering if maybe Pelor could enchant the crystal to exorcise people that are under the Dark One's influence.
Roll me a religion of higher than 15.
Quick, someone assist me!
Can we...
I
I'll
will-
assist him.
Actually,
Never mind!
can we
Yay!
Hey, either way, it's like 15 or... At least 15 is the other one anyway.
Yeah.
You're basically got like a magic text cell phone, like, hey, Pelor, click, 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 click. Can you please block, 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 click, click. Oh shit, typo, click, 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 click.
Yeah.
Would it be kind of like speaking in our mind or something?
He's sending Pelor a text message right now.
An old-timey text message where you have to click the button 3 times to get the letter.
Oh.
Oh
Ooh.
god, I was almost thinking like Morse code or something.
No.
That sounds worse, honestly.
Yeah, it's like we're talking old, like original flip phone.
Yeah,
Oh,
something
God, that's
that
right.
something that would have taken 2 minutes now takes me 10 just to get it right.
That sounds about right.
I
Uh,
forgot how old you guys were.
thanks.
Thanks.
I'm just kidding. I
You're
really
not
am
that-
just kidding.
You're not that much older than me, or younger than me.
Anyway, so I finished my text
he's also a
message.
kid with the flip phones.
Cool. Yeah. Pelor gets back to you and does that.
So now, if we were to encounter anyone under the Dark One's influence that we know of, we can exorcise them with the crystal.
Unless they've been highly corrupted, like those of a cultist.
Yeah, so if we encounter Bruno, we can exorcise them.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would totally make Bruno fight you guys. I
Okay,
100%.
I'm really glad we kind of got prepared for that then.
You guys would have had absolute numbers on your side anyway.
That is true, yes.
Oh yeah. But I mean, who knows? Anything could happen, so you never know.
I
We
also
could all
have 3
miss.
attacks per round now.
All
Okay.
right.
So we're in barge
I
ride.
have something. I kind of have something. I just realized I could have asked him.
Too late.
But I don't want to keep wasting time.
We'll have another time.
Send a text later.
Yeah.
Hey Barry, you're still listening to our conversation, right? Going to assume yes. I know you're muted.
She's probably passed out. by
That's
now.
fine.
Very well possible. It's almost 11 o'clock here, so.
Yeah.
I was only asking because originally what I was going to try and have was that Barry was going to be there with you guys. But I think it's one of those times where we can just fill her in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, I knew it was already a bit much asking for the four of you, the main crew, to have been there. I very much would have liked Barry to have joined in on this conversation as well.
Mm-hmm.
But it's okay.
Oh well, we can arrange a meeting with Pelor another time.
I'm sure you can, actually.
Yeah. I mean, if anything, we could just like save our encounter with her for like next time, so we can do the little crystal exercise thing and have him meet with Pelor and stuff.
Yeah, I'm sure with maybe a high enough religion check, you guys get brought back there, but it would be one of those things not to rely too much on. Say, for
Yeah.
example, you're fighting this monster, I don't know, and then it's like, shit, this is getting really hard, we're all gonna die. Quick, someone roll a religion check of 15 to get us out of here.
Pelor's
Pelor!
not gonna fucking save our asses like that.
Pelor, I
No.
choose you.
If we need the help of a god to do simple things, then we're not exactly holy warriors. We're holy bitches.
Actually, channel divinity is a thing where a cleric can summon the help of a god, but I think it's only they have to roll a 10%.
It's like a D1.
log.
Yeah, Pike can do that in it's literally called like divine intervention.
Yeah.
And
Plus,
like
also Log did that as well.
And even then, he just summoned a minor celestial.
It's still better than nothing.
Yeah.
But
It's one of those things that I would say you'd probably get like one emergency call, but unless you're a cleric, even as a cleric, you can do that once a week. I think it says it takes
Yeah.
a full week to cool that spell down.
so we can probably say there's like, in order to contact Pelor, there's a recharge time.
Yeah, I think you get one shot per week, and if you fail, you fail. But if you get it, whoo, doggy, you get something big and scary.
Is that just with
I'd have-
summoning him, or just with actually communicating with him?
I think technically it's both, really.
Hmm.
I mean, like knowledge clerics, which is what I play in another campaign, they just have full-on psychic powers and can see the future. But to talk to your god specifically is a much higher level spell.
Yeah. Okay. So
Kind of makes me wonder if there's any possibility of NPCs being members of Pelor's something.
No,
Yeah.
I don't want to. I do not want to. See, what I originally had said was that you guys were all from the Holy Village. So if you were to have an NPC, it would have to be from your village.
Yeah, like I was thinking, like maybe like the mayor. Or something.
Well, yeah, I'm not giving any answers or suggestions.
Oh no, yeah.
We're back in
I
Barge,
didn't
right?
mean-
Yes, you're back in Barge, right?
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like the question I want to ask Pelor will possibly give me an answer to that anyway later on. So I'll just wait until next week for that.
Yeah.
So we already
So
kind of
you're-
used our thing.
Back in Barge, right? And I assume you wanted to get more potions and stuff. Did you want to go back to the potion merchant?
We didn't really use any potions, though.
Yeah, that's true. We bought the stuff after the whole thing with the gifts, didn't we?
We've
Yeah.
already resupplied.
Yeah, we're just kind of gonna go to Wom for now, aren't we?
Yeah, and try and find Chandra, and if not, we'll deal with, what's his face?
We'll deal with the cultist.
Let's just deal
after
with
we deal
what's
with
his-
Mm-hmm.
the
Hmm.
bitch.
what was his name again?
Shylock?
Shylock?
Shylock? Something?
I don't know, Murloc. I don't care. All I know is he messed with us, and he's probably a water cultist.
Probably. Okay.
All right, let's go find him then. For now, let's just go find him, and we can just do the whole Chandra thing when she can play.
Do we want to summon Brecky?
Yes.
I sort of got a Brecky pops out and he's dead. I'm gonna be upset.
No.
Oh yeah, by the way, that reminds me.
Wait.
So to ensure things like what just happened don't happen again, we should probably stop fully relying on the teleport the stone to get around.
To be
That only happened because of the dark one.
yes, exactly.
Yeah, that's
the crystal's
fixed, so
been
we don't need to worry
purified.
about that anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what if he tries to gain back control over it?
How?
It's got complete control by Pelor now. So.
Exactly.
Yes,
Plus, the Dark
and
One
he-
gave it to us in the first
he had
place
complete-
Yeah.
And he had complete control over it in the first place.
because he gave it to
He-
us.
This was received.
Yeah,
directly
now it's
from
completely
him.
complete. Now it's completely taken over by Pelor. Like he literally fixed the whole thing. Like we.
Sorry, Groc.
Think of it like possession.
Oh, if it happens again, we'll deal with it. That's how it is.
Regardless,
I actually
this
do
is a
need to know
ti-
something though. Oh, sorry.
This is a time-sensitive mission. The fact
Yeah,
that we
let's
never
just-
so bugs the ever-living crap out of me as it is, but we cannot let hypotheticals get in the way.
Mm,
I do have my shopping cart, right?
That's back at the village.
Oh yeah, I wasn't using a shopping cart before with the
Mhm.
when I was selling food. I was just kind of doing it like on the streets with like stuff I can use. What was that?
That was me pushing a button on my phone by accident.
so we're just riding Brecky to Wamford.
Mhm.
And then once you're in Wamford, bloody bling blung blah, you pick up Chandri. Chandri is currently a little lost her voice right now.
Mm.
She
So
sang
just-
too much.
She just waves and just follows with it and just follows along us.
Yes.
I don't even know if Barry, are you there? If you're not, we're
She
gonna
might have
probably have to
fallen.
skip you.
Probably falling asleep.
I'm not gonna give her a hard time. I mean, I know it's late and you guys have been working.
Mhm.
Yeah, I added her already, so I think she might be
Yeah.
actually asleep.
Mm.
Well,
If she's asleep,
she-
we just let her rest.
Yeah.
She didn't
Yeah.
work today, but again, she's been super sick this whole week.
You get to Wamford and you found out those fucking cultists kidnapped her. There you go. You gotta go
Works
rescue
for me.
Barry.
Oh,
Mhm.
I was gonna say you could just do a Bruno and pilot her.
Nope.
Mhm.
Well,
hate
to be
piloting.
honest, it's already on the table of dealing with the cultists up at the manor.
All right.
Yeah, let's take
so-
care of multiple birds with one stone.
Okay.
And it's only been about an hour and a half since we actually played. Sure, we've been talking for about 2 hours, but it's only been about an hour and a half.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
keep going.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right. So first things first. Let's track down the asshole.
All right. I'm gonna do an investigation.
Yeah, give me 1 second. There's a page for tracking this guy down.
I will assist. Doesn't
Mhm.
fucking matter.
Yeah. So I got a 19.
Does it
Mhm.
matter when North rolls?
No.
You saw my acrobatics? I got a
Yes,
7
but
in
that
that.
one was really funny though. Look, when it fails, it's when it's needed most.
It's funny when it's inconsequential.
Norfinas climbing up on a building, getting a nat
Nat
1,
ones.
and falls and lands on a bench.
I mean, hey,
Yeah,
just wait for Pride to get a nat 1 on a performance check. He's gonna fucking destroy his guitar.
Norfinas landed so hard it left a benchmark.
It left like a face imprint instead of a butt imprint. That's hilarious.
No, it left a benchmark.
Yeah.
Oh,
hope that
benchmark!
fa-
God damn it!
I
Yes,
hope
I
that
realized
facepalm
that.
was audible.
The face palm, I think it was. I think I heard something.
That wasn't me.
All right, I'm.
Wow.
The thing lit up when I did it, so
Okay.
I think I picked it up. So
Yeah, I heard it.
Good.
There we go.
I
Oh
would
wow!
have face.
In 3 episodes, we had two face plants. First one was by Pride when Bubbles tried to throw him. The other one was by Norfinas when he did his fluff roll.
Mm-hmm.
What would have happened if he rolled good on that?
He would have seen the giant crystal
Yeah.
that I was trying to describe. I was trying to give a proper reason as to why he would see the giant crystal.
Mm-hmm.
Did we still see it?
You saw there's a giant crystal, but the role was basically to allow me to go into more details about it.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, it's just like describe it.
Giant skyscraper-sized crystal.
So
All
we're
right.
tuned to it then.
All right. So those investigations that investigation is just fine. Sholar Quandaril. Okay, so with your investigation, let me move my microphone better.
I love how
All right.
the last 5 rolls have only been Norfinas.
Your investigation of Sholar's place. You don't find Sholar. You do find that he has left town on business and whatnot. But I'm going to railroad you in this sense that you go and investigate his house.
You say that like we wouldn't have done that in the first place.
Yeah.
Well, there's not a lot there, so I'm making this as quick as possible in a sense. You make your way to
Everything's valuable though.
no.
Oh.
You make your way to the deck house. You already got the books. Each worth 30 gold. Okay, a large chart on a table in the deck house marks the location of Riverguard Keep with a hand-drawn water cult symbol.
Well, shit.
In the middle of the 10-foot deck house, there's 2 places where it explains this.
Yeah.
And so, as I mentioned before, Sholar is a water genasi.
Mm-hmm.
In the middle of the deck house, 10-foot feature spawn. The deck house is 10 feet, with a forecast on one end. Blah blah blah. It holds ordinary positions. Oh, there are also provisions. There's like rations in there, and I guess the rations on the box have the stamp of the water cultists as well. Basically, he's got water cultist merchandise fucking everywhere.
We see a Funko Pop of water cultists.
Oh God, why?
All right, so
Yep,
after
very much
we
Spaceballs.
interrogate him, do you guys want to let him live?
Well, again, these water cultists are criminals. So, I say we just take him to the, if we can capture him alive and interrogate him ourselves, then I say drop him off at whatever state
Lady
guards.
We could. I mean, we have things that can take us back to Lady Irons.
Yeah, we got our crystal, so... Yeah, I say we take him back to her.
Yeah, she seems scary enough.
Plus, also, they dealt with a lot of water cultists. A lot of earth cultists. So...
Real quick, on our way, Funko Pops of the water cultist, though.
All right, so you guys are on the river at this point, probably making your way towards Riverguard Keep, which you know is on your map, and now on this map that was on the table in his place.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go back to here, the Destern Valley map. Okay, 10, 20, 30, 40... 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. Ballpark of 115 miles away.
We... If what Ghost said was correct about Summit Hall having a crystal, we can just teleport there and just go across.
It'll take you half the amount of time. It'll take you 10, 20, 30... Yeah. Either 100 miles, 115 miles to 30 miles, and I'm looking up conversion for miles to kilometers because I don't know what a mile is.
Plus, maybe we can ask the guys at Summit Hall, to assist us in some way?
Sure. Yeah, sure.
1 mile is 1.6 kilometers.
Huh.
Oh, Jesus. So 115 miles is about 200 kilometers, about 250 kilometers.
Yeah, like 241.
That's a better part of a couple hours, even at highway speeds. Ooh, yeah. Walking? Oh, my God. That's like 3 days almost.
Wait, is that from Womford or from Summit Hall?
Womford.
Oh.
Yeah, it's 115 miles is 185 kilometers. And Lord knows I've driven 185 kilometers, and it's taken the better part of, even at 100 miles an hour or kilometers an hour, that's almost 2 hours, give or take traffic speed. And so now you're walking at a fraction of that, at maybe 5. Whew.
What about
We'll put it
Brecky's
this
speed?
way. It took a better part of a day to bike 13 miles.
What about at Brecky's speed? Does he count as it?
Okay, let me put it this way. 115 miles is 6,200 feet, or 607,200 feet. And Brecky moves about an average of 10 miles an hour.
Oh, yeah, I get you.
It would take a couple
So-
days. Ooh,
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. It'd probably take you about good 3 days just to swim up there.
Wait, for 115 miles?
At 10 miles an hour?
That'd be like, what, 11, 12 hours? That'd be half.
I guess. Math.
Well, Brecky can move if he has the Hunter Shark stats 40 feet.
Well, yeah.
for
That's
Ghost
it.
was saying like 10. Ghost was saying like 10 miles an hour.
40 feet times 6. Sorry, 60. No, wait, it is times 6. At 6 feet, 6 seconds a turn.
10.
Yeah, 40. So 400. That's a minute. So 400 feet a minute.
Oh, God. Yeah, you're right. It would take a long time.
The math is going to take
Like-
a long time, basically.
400 feet is like 0.07 of a mile.
Hmm.
It'll take a couple hours. A
It'd
day
take-
or so.
It'd take you the better part of a day. You would arrive there by night. So if you were just to teleport yourself back to Summit Hall, and 30 miles at 10 miles, it'd take you the better part of maybe 3 hours. You would get there.
I just say we do that.
I don't know. 2
Let's just
o'clock
say
in
we
the
get there probably
afternoon.
by like late noon.
Yeah, I'd say you get there about 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
Works for me.
Yep.
Summon Hall and then go the rest of the way by Shark.
Yep.
Okay, so how are you going to approach?
I have an idea.
Same here.
Okay.
We
That's the water,
Get
as you
off
can
of-
clearly see.
we get off of Brecky kind of as soon as we see the manor in the distance, we move on foot.
Hmm. I was going to say we ride up on Bracky to as close as to the River Keep as we can, find someone, and do a parlay.
Yeah, that's an option.
What's a
Eh.
parlay?
Talk.
Peace
Oh.
negotiations.
Peace negotiations, because well, the fact is, if we're going based off what Ghost said, Chandri's now taken in by the cultists. So we negotiate for her safe return, plus also we sort of threaten them to leave Riverguard and maybe even hand themselves over. Otherwise, we give the enlarging potion to Brecky, and Brecky can probably destroy the building.
Hold on.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Okay, no.
Or you guys
No.
are all underwater, you
just-
just swim over the walls.
don't destroy the keep, because we can still use the keep itself.
Well, yeah, but again, even if they say, oh, well, it's still a threat, because what's Brecky's size classification as right now?
Large.
Right.
Large.
And giving him the enlarging potion will increase it by 1.
It'd be a gigantic.
He'd be 20 feet by 20 feet.
I thought he was already 20 feet by 20 feet.
He'd be 20 by 40.
Yeah. Companions. Favorites. Load. Oh. I got a new phone and it didn't save my settings.
Oh.
That sucks.
No, that's okay. He's a reef shark.
Hunter shark. Hunter shark.
Hunter shark.
You upgraded him to Hunter Shark.
Thanks. I couldn't remember, and it was one of my favorites. Hunter shark. There we go. Large. 12 hit points, 45 speed. Large. It doesn't really specify his size. I don't think he's a goddamn cube. But we'll just say he's like 10 feet by 5. 10 by 5, you know?
And because of the enlarging potion increasing his size, does that increase his stats?
Yeah, there was another shark stat that I was going to use. Not reef. There was another shark. Give me a minute.
Megalodon.
I had this. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. I had this saved, but since
You phone.
didn't. Yeah. New phone. Who dis?
Reef sharks are a large beast, so yeah, it'd be gigantic.
Well, I mean, don't forget this is a hunter shark now.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Large
It's
large
he'd be
beast.
giant shark, which is still huge.
Yeah.
But his AC goes up to 13. His hit points go up to 126. His strength is 23, so a +6. He gets even dumber with intelligence of 1. But his attack is 3d10 +6.
Now tell me, would you be on the receiving end of that? If you didn't
I wouldn't.
Exactly. Plus, who would you rather deal with? Like, if we were attacking along with a gigantic brekkie, would you rather be attacking the shark or us?
Well, I mean, you also want to try and get the soldiers from the keep to help you.
Yes, that is true.
So basically, you want to you want to launch a full assault on the keep, don't you?
Pretty much.
Okay.
It's
'Cause
like
if you're gonna bring those soldiers with you, that's pretty much full siege. If you want to go and knock on the front door and say, "Hey, we're selling Girl Guide cookies. Can we come in and like sell cookies?" That's always an option.
yes, that
I'm
is
You
the
can
gonna
always
be
pick-
honest. I'd rather go for that option.
the John
Groc is the
Marston
most
of
feminine
Fort
of-
Mercer.
There's always the ninja route, finding a way in, because Lord knows you guys are underwater, so you could find a wall to try and scale and sneak around from there.
I still reckon that if we have both the guys from Summit Hall plus the threat of enlarging brekkie with our parlay, I think it might work. Because, like, we just tell them, hey, it's either you can try and fight us, or you can outright surrender.
Give me 1 minute. I gotta look something up in a book
Okay,
because
we'll just discuss.
I might have. Yeah, go ahead, discuss.
What do you guys think?
I mean, I'm fine with either way.
They can both work, but I'd
I guess-
rather go with a more stealth approach to not really risk damaging the manor.
Right, because every time I've tried to stealth, it's going.
Yeah. Plus, also,
Look,
the manor's in
I have
repair
that
as it
covered,
is anyway.
actually.
I
I have something for that. I do have invisibility.
That only one of us can possibly use.
I've gotten 2 nat 1s during very vital stealth points.
That is true.
And also, they might wonder why there's a shark just outside of the building. So
I suppose we could also do, like... If we
Alright,
were
I
to...
am back, but keep talking. I'm
If
still looking.
we were to get a cart, hide Groc and Pride and...
I'd
Ha-
take Rock and Dynn.
Well, no, Dynn, because the idea is you have Dynn offering to cook stuff. And you just have me as driving. And I can change my appearance, so...
huh? Surprising hearing you come up with the idea that involves me cooking for people.
Well,
Usually, I'd come up with that idea.
you do that, then you have... Then... The other idea
Can
is
I-
we get it... Oops, sorry, go on.
I mean, I like the sound of doing something involving my cooking as a distraction, but considering how well that turned out last time when I cooked for cultists, I'm kind of having little traumatic fears now.
And there's Dynn PTSD.
Now I have my own now I have my own Groc war flashbacks. Just like the only flashback I have is just flying over to where those other cultists were and then just seeing a pile of dead cultist bodies.
Well, I'm going for either a full siege with a parlay with a full siege, or trying to stealth our way in. Provided that's fleshed out a bit more, but what does everyone else think?
I'm kind of okay with the full siege, considering we've never tried that kind of thing before. We've just been stealthy most of the time anyway.
Yes, but you know how long that would actually take?
Well,
I mean,
well, it's a parlay, so it's either... And since
No,
we're the ones...
getting everyone to the manor.
All right, so I'm back, and I've got stats. If you were to go with the siege route,
Okay.
I mean, I'm not going to tell you.
Yeah.
I'm just saying I have stats. If you go with the siege route, that's what I disappeared for.
Yeah.
To find stats for siege.
I'd say let's go with it. I mean, he already went through the trouble.
Pride, Groc, what do you think?
Looks at me.
Plus, when you
Well,
think
it
of
does-
it... Oh, sorry, go on.
At this point, it doesn't really matter what I
mean-
vote on.
I mean, hey, think on the bright side, pal. At least if you... Oh, did someone leave?
It's Godzilla.
Shit.
Weird, it says he's fully connected, too.
Oh,
Hey,
no,
there
he's
he's
back.
back.
That was weird. What happened?
It dropped.
You kind of do sound a little robot-y.
Hmm.
You
Also-
might be okay now. It just sounded robot-y for
Yeah.
a moment.
But think about it like
I think
this.
it's dropped.
The cultists have Chandrine. They can use her as a hostage if we go on a full-out attack on them.
Well, that's the point of the parlay. They can't exactly do anything until the parlay is over and done with. And even then, since we're the ones calling the parlay...
You say that like they'll honestly treat it with honor.
They kind of got no choice. If they try and do anything, they got to deal with an enlarged brekkie and a bunch of
Yes, and they can
similar
still
knights.
kill Chandri. Which
Well, I
would
mean, either way,
make
they'll
a
still
win.
die. Like, it feels like as if we trying to like Like, at least in the case of, like, they have a bargaining piece, they can at least try to make it so they don't have to die, but they know for a fact that if they do kill her, they will die no matter what.
Plus, because
Maybe let's not use that Chandri as a bargaining chip.
Plus, if I remember my parlay correctly, since we're the ones that called it, we are the ones that make the terms. Right? It's either they accept or they follow through on it, or they refuse and we just let loose the dogs of war, basically. I believe that's how parlay works. Add a character, I'm basing this off of TFS at the table when they got a parlay.
Yes,
I mean,
that
I
was
think-
pirates. Between pirates.
Yeah,
wasn't
that's also pirates, not cultists, is the big thing.
Parlay could also work anywhere else, but it's more effective. But it's more with pirates.
Yeah, the issue is cultists are crazy zealots that will.
They also have no reason to really go full with it. And if they were, let's say, losing the siege, they could then decide, well, we're gonna lose anyway, let's make their attempts futile.
We could have Norf and Groc stay here and like distract them while me and you, maybe some of their more stealthy soldiers can go and get Chandri out.
In that regard, I think it's better off if I just go and do it, because I can change my appearance. I got the mask. I got my mask of many faces, and I can find, and I got my X-ray specs, so I can see through the walls.
Yeah, and if we need to make any big escape, we could probably just still make Brekkie giant and just have him break through.
Just gonna go ahead and say, I'm not exactly the stealthiest, nor am I the most diplomatic.
Which I do have magic to counter that.
That is true. We didn't have his invisibility spell at the time.
Well, we still could technically say you have Groc and Dynn go into the cape and like have Groc driving the cart, have Dynn doing his food stuff. I'm off trying to find where Chandri is, and then Pride's off doing whatever. Either he's with them or I'm, and maybe have the order be somewhere close by, so if anyone tries to get away, they just stop them,
I'd say honestly, just at least getting the order in on would be a good idea.
Yeah.
Because in this case, since they have a lot more numbers, and with how successful we were last time with this whole we were decently successful with the last thing, but considering how much trouble we had to go through with the air cult, I'd say just getting in more numbers is a good idea.
All right, so we'll have the orders surround the keep.
Yeah, we'll just have them surround the perimeter and sacred so they can pop out anytime.
That is true.
Stay back
Yes.
and out of sight until things go south.
Yes.
Yeah, and me and Groc will be at the front we'll be like distracting people, so you two can go in and get Chandri.
Yeah. That should work.
I mean, heck, if you just use Pride's invisibility, I'm sure that'd just make it much easier for both.
Yeah.
That and I have passed without a trace.
I'd assume they're both concentration, though.
Actually, yeah, they're both concentration. Yeah,
Wait,
never mind,
I
that
thought-
didn't work.
Oh wait,
Oh,
no,
we
that
still have
was.
invisibility.
Is that a potion or a spell? Because I thought
A spell.
Dibble had it.
It's a spell for me.
Okay.
Yeah, you got
No,
past
yeah,
that
Druids also
trait.
have that spell, but
Well, he got past without a trace from eating the
Yep,
silence root.
I remember that. Yep. Just when he was saying invisibility, I just thought, wait, I thought Dimple already used that one because it was a spell. Because it was a potion.
Yeah.
But yeah. Okay.
whatever, we're fine either way.
All right then. So probably have Brecky pulling the card, and we just gotta convince the Order to help us now.
All right, so you guys are gonna go back to
Hall.
Summit Hall, and you're going to try and ask Lady Yuxian for help.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Cool. So it sounds like you're gonna go with the siege option.
A
It
mix of both.
mix of both, yeah.
We'll have the Order surround Riverguard Keep, but stay out of sight and round up anyone that tries to flee.
Yes.
But if things go south, we'll send out obvious sign, and then they'll attack.
Yeah, one of us can use prestidigitation and create a loud noise that's sort of...
Thaumaturgy.
Or both. One of the other, yeah. Or if I'm within range, I can cast message.
All right, sounds good to me. Yeah, I'll say that you are able to convince Lady Ushian and her soldiers to assist you. So I guess you're saying you just instruct them to keep their distance and
Stay
they'll come in
outside.
if they need to.
Yeah.
This actually kind of gives me an idea of what I can, of like when it comes to distracting. I think.
Which
my restaurant.
entrance are you guys gonna go for? There's two entrances here. I'm gonna K11 and K1 are the two entrances. There's the water entrance or the front
K11.
door. K11 on the water.
Where's
K11.
I think
I mean, if we're going,
I think K1 because that's more of a frontal approach. Because otherwise, going to K11 sounds like we're trying to sneak. Oh, okay, wait, sorry. Groc and Dynn should go to K11. Pride and I
They
will...
each look they both look welcoming, as in a sense that they are both proper entrances.
Actually, I've got a better idea. Okay, we send Groc and Dynn through K1, and Norf and me go through K11.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
yeah, you actually said send Groc and Dynn through K11 for before, so I was like, yeah.
Yeah.
So I think you got them mixed up for a second
Yeah,
there.
sorry.
All right, you
Got
guys
it.
want to go two and two?
Yep.
Before I go, I want to see if I can see anything. Like, I need to, because of my mask of many faces, I need to be able to disguise myself as a cultist. I want to see if I can see a cultist first. Because I have no idea how they look like. I've only been described what they look like.
You never did buy that spyglass for 1,000 gold, did you?
You
No.
gave it to us.
We
You
got
gave us
one. Dynn has
I
it.
got
Oh yeah, you got a
did.
telescope. Yeah, I'll give Norfinas my telescope.
We'll give Groc and Dynn the Earth masking just in case they need to make a peace offering.
I don't think that would work.
No.
We're not really doing anything peace offering. We're just trying to distract them.
Yeah,
Yes.
they're trying.
If it comes down to it, peace offering of a mask of the enemy might look good.
I
Or
think
it might-
I thought
Or
I
it
was just
might
selling them
backfire.
food.
you are,
yeah.
but
Or it might backfire horribly is the thing. So.
yeah, because I think Earth and Water cultists are friends, are allies.
Yeah. Yeah.
I thought it was the water and air are allies and
No.
Earth.
No.
No, it's earth and water, and then we assume air and fire. But
Yeah. But
And honestly,
Okay, so
there's probably
if you want to roll an
more there.
investigation, I'll give you advantage with the spyglass
okay.
to try and find maybe a cultist walking along the outer perimeters.
Advantage.
The spyglass and the telescope are the same, right?
Motherfucker.
I got
Yeah.
10, even with advantage.
Sure, you could make a disguise. You're just not too sure how convincing it might be.
Yeah. Okay. I am going to attempt.
You could always just use the cultist mask that we have.
But then they're gonna ask, why is there, like, again, I actually, come to think of it, can I roll perception to see if I can see if there's any Earth Cultists in the air in the keep that I can see?
That would still be another investigation, I think, because
Ah.
you're actively looking. Well, yeah, sure. Roll perception.
And I'll get advantage because I'm looking. It's using sight.
Sure. Roll me a stealth though, because you're trying to look inside the keep. Yeah.
Using the fucking.
Yeah, he's using.
It doesn't matter.
telescope?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's like, how would you look inside? I guess you got X-ray vision with binoculars and all that.
I don't think the X-ray vision goes that far, but I got the.
So you basically
I
be
would have
swimming.
thought like just at the passing cultists that are outside.
But I got the eyes of the eagle though.
Yeah. Even with that perception, no, I'm gonna say no. You don't see any Earth cultists, and that with your investigation of 10, you've seen some water cultists, and you think you've got their appearance down pretty well.
Okay. Well, I use the mask of many faces to make myself look like a water cultist.
Okay.
Should we move our characters up into the thing? Or
Sure, just to remind me that which door you guys are going to.
Okay. Hang on. Oops. Okay, so now I have the appearance of a water cultist.
Okay.
I guess, Ghost, could you make Brecky giant again?
We'll worry about that when it really matters. We
Yeah,
know what
true.
it is.
Also, Bubbles is in the stone. Remember?
Yeah,
What?
that.
Oh, Bubbles is my stone. Yeah, I forget about that every time now.
mm,
That was hard to remember.
Okay, so who wants to go first? Because I assume this is going to happen simultaneously, that you each approach the front door and back door at the same time. But who would like to role play first?
I guess since I'm doing the distraction, should I go?
Yeah, cool. K1, front door. The keep's main entrance features a 2-story gatehouse attached to a round tower. Arrow slits look out onto the ground outside the gate. The arrow slits are about 9 feet above ground, 8 inches wide, and about 4 feet tall. The gate itself is a double door of thick timbers reinforced by iron bars. As you walk towards the gate, you see sort of a shadow, I guess. Not so much a shadow, but I mean, you see a blob, so to speak, appear in one of the arrow slits, and you hear shout out, "Who are you? What do you want?"
I'm just a passing by I'm just a passing by chef. I go around the lands making food for everybody. Would anyone of you be interested in, are any of you hungry? I'm just looking to do some cooking and seeing if anybody wants anything at the moment.
Wait, really? Seriously? You're just going around selling food?
Yeah, it's kind of thought it would be a good idea just because you never know who'd be hungry. I could just make a quick gold every now and then, just selling some food to people.
Oh man, that'd be great. Everybody here hates me. But if I were to bring you in here, maybe they'd like me more. Hold on one second. I'll come right down. And so the one figure comes down, opens the door. You hear clattering sounds, a bit of muffled voices. Trying to find where I continue. I'm trying to see if it describes what he looks like. Is all.
No problem.
No, it's just a human. So you see this one guy come down, opens the door. He's actually got a smile on his face. If you want, I know you want to insight. You can roll that insight.
Okay.
He got a smile on his face.
I mean, from what it sounded like, I can kind of point.
He's genuinely happy.
Yeah, I kind of figured. I mean, heck, with that roll, I definitely. All right, but
He opens the door. If the character, hold on, wait right here. And he shouts out, "Hey, you! Goon 1, Goon 2, Goon 3, and Goon 4, come here and escort our guests to the
Goon 1, Goon 2, Goon 3, Goon 4. Come
I'm
here
not
so you can
giving
get
them-
some food more.
I'm not giving them
Hired
names.
goons.
Hired goons.
Well, clearly we're in the Goblin Slayer universe where everyone's name is just their occupation.
Well, no, I just thought of that rhyme, and I just kind of want.
1 goon, 2 goon, 3 goon.
Goon 1, Goon 2, Goon 3, Goon 4. Come over and get some food more.
Yeah, the two of you guys are peacefully escorted through to. I'm trying to find which K. I think it was K16. Yes, K16. Cool. So you guys, all right, made it in, and you are brought all the way. No, you guys are going to go all the way around. All the way through K4. Doop-a-doop-a-doo. I'm going to read what K4 is in just a second. Go up here, and then you go into K16 right here. There's some stairs that go up. Second. More doors right here. All right. Gotta go through K1, K4. Okay, I'm gonna just read this out. Clattering sounds, muffled noise. Holger decides whether to open the gate or tell. Oh yeah, the guy's name that let you in. His name is Holger. The guy who introduces himself as Holger, Holger. Trust me, it does not matter.
That's the guy who opened the door?
Yeah.
Okay.
And he orders 4 individuals, 2 from area K2, 2 from area K3 to meet them at the gate and escort them inside. Right. The escort takes him to K16, right? Sorry, I was just still reading. K4, the castle yard. The area just inside the castle gatehouse consists of a small courtyard of bare dirt and tufts of wiry grass. A stable stands to the east, a gatehouse to the west, and the main yard of the castle lies to the north. The keep occupies the northern corner of the castle yard. Stone stairs near the keep lead up to the top of the wall. As the characters move around the yard, it's easy to see any or all of the 4 individuals standing on a wall. Basically, there are guards on the wall. They pay no attention to people inside the walls who act like they're supposed to be there. A steep bluff of earth, bluff meaning like a cliffside, a steep cliff of earth and loose rock on the eastern edge of the castle yard leads down to the boat basin and landing. Carved into the bluffs is a 20-foot long staircase. You probably don't see that. That's up around the side over here and all that stuff. But you're kind of more or less, led around to. Yeah, right. You're more or less led around to here. as opposed
I guess
to.
since they're letting us in, should I just put Brecky back into his stone?
Yeah, he would have still been attached to the wagon, so he would not have seen him as threatening. He would have just seen him as a beast of burden.
Yeah.
Cool. In the meanwhile, should I just keep role playing with this and then come back to the two of you guys later? I mean, like, should I keep role playing? These guys are being escorted to K16.
I did have a thing I kind of wanted to see if I could do while they have me like when they actually have me ready to like cook for them and everything. I don't know, like if you want to wait a second for that, if you want to do North and Pride, but it might actually make things a lot easier for us if they...
I will do that after. I'm still going to continue describing you guys walking to K16 then. Okay, as he escorts you up and around, he takes you to K16, the Great Hall. The Great Hall becomes a banquet hall, a practice hall, or a throne room as occasion requires. This room is in the Great Hall of the Keep. It is 2 stories high, with stone stairs on both sides of the room, leading up to a stone balcony at the west end of the chamber. Heavy double doors lead east to the castle yard, while 2 interior doors open to the west. Arrow slits look out to the north and to the south. At the west end of the room, below the balcony, a large wooden chair sits behind a wide table littered with papers and discarded plates. A second table, this one long and furnished with benches, runs down the middle of the hall. The walls are painted in green and blue and decorated with tattered banners showing nautical designs. You are met there by a large, hairy man, and he introduces himself rather gruffly as Jollivar Grimjaw.
What race is he?
He's gonna be, human mermaid.
Okay, so it's that they're mostly human and kind of like merman like kind of things.
Yeah, see, that's one of the other things I said about regretting making this in the plane of water, because this book, everybody's a fucking human. So.
Oh no, I mean that's fine. Like if you want to make like I don't know.
Sorry,
so he introduced himself to us. Should I introduce
as
them?
Jollivar Grimjaw, but please just call me Jolly.
Nice to meet you, Mr. Jolly.
Who are you and why are you here?
Hi, I am the chef Dynn. This is actually my bodyguard. This is my bodyguard Groc. We actually travel around selling food to everyone. He's just kind of cased with me in case bandits try to steal any of the food I'm going to be cooking for people.
I want you to shut up, and I want the other guy to explain to me what you're doing here.
Groc? Okay. Godzilla, you here?
Uh-oh.
Oh, crap. He's a mute.
Meanwhile,
He's muted.
He can't really talk. He's the silent, strong type. I'm sorry if I sound annoying. I'm just how I was kind of raised myself when I needed to learn how to sell to people.
Hold on. I need to see if Godzilla's here.
It's making sounds.
Oh.
Hello?
Oh, there we are.
Hey.
okay.
Yeah, the snowball got unplugged.
We were kind of worried that we were progressing and like, oh shit, he's not even here.
I mean, I admit I zoned out a little bit, but no, it was just my snowball.
But
Cool.
yeah. I guess
Cool. Grimjaw,
Yeah.
as we're gonna call him, Grimjaw.
Jolly Grimjaw.
Jolly Grimjaw has told Dynn to shut up, and now he's asking you to tell them. Not Dongo, there's nothing personal against you. This is what the book tells me to do.
Oh, no problem.
It says the person who's being talkative, he tells him to shut up, and he asks the other person to tell them what they're doing here.
Wait, this is a thing that can happen in there already? That's actually in the...
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wow.
Damn.
Every place you've been to has an option for nice entry or bad entry. the monastery, the Feathergale Spire from before, Summit Hall, every place has two options: a nice entry or a siege entry.
Damn, this place was ready for me.
Yep. And nice
I am the
entry
talk-
was the right entry.
I am the talkative one.
Yeah. So he asks very direct questions such as, "Who are you and why are you here?" If a character tries to flatter him or concoct any kind of fanciful story, Grimjaw tells the talkative character, "Shut up," and points at someone else to answer.
All right, and
Well,
I guess it's Groc's time to explain things.
as the chatty one said, he's a traveling chef, hired me as protection, and came across this place. Figured there might be some soldiers or someone who could use a nice hot meal.
What he said.
I want the two of you guys to roll deceptions, and I'm going to get him to roll insight to see if he thinks you guys are bullshitting.
Great!
Oh,
I mean-
no!
What did I
Okay.
say about diplomacy?
Yep.
All right, let's do this.
It's charisma. Oh,
Oh,
no!
no.
What did
Oh,
I say
no!
about Groc's diplomacy?
Oh no!
Please roll lower than a 5!
I got to find Grimjaw's stats.
Oh, shit.
Oh no! Jesus!
What
Five
did I
and
say
seven?
about Groc's diplomacy?
Well, you didn't want to be stealthy.
I didn't want to be diplomatic either. I made that clear.
I
Well,
know,
either way,
but
we had to do that.
Well, you got
Oh god!
plan B.
Yeah.
Apparently, I
Why
make a pretty good shield. I don't know.
Well, you are like 95% shield and
Yeah.
armor.
I mean, that ogre.
Yeah.
But also,
Oh yeah. Should I just say that I gave
I'm
everybody
referring
their
to
food
the
now?
bill.
Did I not? Or like, is it too late for me to say that everybody got their food for the day?
Probably.
we probably
Yeah.
got the same stuff as we normally get anyway.
Yeah.
all right, hold on. I need to check stats from another book instead of.
Yeah, I would have had the sausage.
Same here.
Nonetheless.
I
Didn't I get like? Did you guys give me like 2 potions of healing or something?
Yes.
I got you
Mhm.
one.
No,
One
you got him
healing
too.
potion?
Grok
I
is
got
the
one.
exact opposite of
I bought one,
Wonderful Monk,
and I bought
where
him one.
Really? I
my
thought you.
Wonderful Monk rolls amazing on things he should not be good at, and horribly on things he should be good at. Whereas Grok is only good at the things that he's good at, and just horribly on everything else.
I thought
Okay.
you. Pride, I thought you got 4
Hold
potions,
on.
2 for yourself and 2 for Dynn. And because
Oh,
it cost you 200.
No.
Where bear?
Oh yeah, no, I got him too.
Not
What kind of
where
potions were they again? Of
Just
like potions.
standard.
Just,
Normal.
just healing potions. 2d4 plus 2.
All right, insight.
Please roll a nat 1 or lower.
And also there's the potion of expansion or something, right?
Enlarging.
Well, you'll be happy to know he has no proficiencies on insight.
Yeah, but he doesn't have a very big margin to beat.
No, he also does not have very high stats in anything, so it's basically gonna be a flat 20 roll at this point.
Oh, shit.
Well, let's see what happens. That's how it is. That's how it is. That's
Let us
all.
pray to Pelor.
Let's not make this a hidden roll. Let's make this a visible roll.
Oh, baby.
It is what it is.
Oh!
A
Just barely.
Just fucking barely.
Is there anything we can do with them? Oh, that's really annoying.
Even if you're giving you guys advantage on this,
He would have beaten Groc.
yeah, because basically he wanted the other guy. Sorry.
What if I can just? What if I can convince? What if I can like? Can I? I don't want to like
Nope.
say
Nope.
anything else. Like I
at
can't.
this
I can't.
point.
Yeah, I can't.
Nope.
Like
At the very
It's,
most. Oh, sorry, go.
it's the way it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, back at the other gate,
I get the sudden urge that something went wrong.
Or if this is a
Okay.
plan I had involvement in,
11.
I'm gonna be honest, I don't expect it to go fucking right at all.
Yeah. At least we got the
Also,
backup
it's
plan.
us. Yeah.
Anyway,
Also,
All
it's
right.
us.
K11, the Water Gate. The keep's eastern wall is built into the river, forming a long pier that encloses a boat basin. A heavy chain that emerges from the tower to the south stretches across the entrance. The heavy chain raised and lowered by this and that. A male human with lank black hair looks out of the arrow slit in the tower by the river. He has a drooping mustache and a sour expression. "What do you want?" he says.
okay, so
Unless you guys are being stealthy.
We're gonna try and be stealthy.
well, I'm
Remember what I
disguised.
told you.
I'm disguised, so
Okay.
there's no reason for me to be stealthy. But no, I was going to suggest that Pride acts as my prisoner.
Actually, yeah, that works.
Yeah.
That works.
Yeah, so just have your arms. I just tied him up with some rope around his hands.
I'm just trying to see what this person is. I think he's just straight.
Human.
He's
This
straight up-
guy's name is Raish, not Raish Al Ghul.
I was
R-E-A-S.
thinking that too.
R-E-A-S-H. Just a guy named Raish. He is so not important. He does not even specify if what this guy is. Let me see.
He's the silver.
Cool. I'm just gonna roll another flat 20 and see. It's like because you couldn't really see all that great. Yeah, you look fine. You look fine. He can't tell you're not a cultist. He sees a cultist pulling up in a boat with a prisoner, and so lowers the chain, lets you in. He gets you to pull over to K10. I'm gonna just reveal the whole area here. Because you would see this as you came up.
Yeah.
You pull up towards K10.
Mhm.
As you look over for Fluff, this is a non-penalty roll. Roll me perception, depending on what I feel like telling you guys. Pride, you can roll perception too.
Am I actually looking at something, or because
This is more passive than anything.
Okay.
I'm just saying. I'm just going into details of what you're seeing. Like you're seeing the boat at K12 and all that stuff.
Oh well, if that's the case, then I get advantage because of the Eyes of the Eagle stuff.
Okay. K12. Moored keel boat. A large keel boat is moored to the inner side of the keep's eastern wall, floating in the boat basin. A rope ladder leads from the top of the wall to the deck of the boat, about 6 feet below. Blah 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 blah. You see on the side of the boat called the River Maid. I don't think you would know if that was relevant because I sure as hell didn't make it relevant before. Oh wait, I got a picture to show you what this place looks like. There, I put the image in Discord.
It's the same one you showed earlier.
Is it?
Yeah.
It just gives you good visual of what you guys are encountering.
Yeah.
And so there's like that little boat there, and like that would be you guys.
Oh.
And so it's not like you guys had to sneak through a door. It's literally a chain, like chains across a parking lot.
Yeah.
They lower that so you can float across it.
Yeah.
Yes, I know you're in the plane of water. Doesn't fucking matter.
Looks like the place needs a good stonemason.
That's why it's under renovation. Even the book says it's under renovation.
Yeah.
Right, back to the adventure. I said he let you in. You saw a keel boat. You were escorted with 3 cultists. You know, they don't look hostile. You can roll an insight, but I'm just going to tell you they don't seem hostile.
Yeah.
They provide 3 cultists provide escort. The escort takes the party to the Great Hall. So along your way, you would come up K10, and you would pretty much take the same path to K16. But let me read you K10.
Mhm.
Landing. The keep's eastern wall juts out into the river, forming a good-sized basin in which a couple of keel boats float. A wide gap in the southeastern wall provides access to the river. Although it is blocked by a heavy chain, a 20-foot-tall bluff of rock and earth separates the landing and a nearby tower from the rest of the castle grounds. To the north, a wide stream flows out of a cave mouth into the boat basin. An iron gate blocks access to the stream. Keel boats full of nope. Yeah. And so up you go. And then I'm going to say that you arrive just in time to K16 to have Grimjaw saying, "Who are you? What are you doing here?" after seeing through their deception. "I don't trust you guys." And he sees, and he looks over to see you, a cultist, and your prisoner. Perfect timing. I've just got 2 intruders here. They seem awfully suspicious. They say they're here to cook food, but I don't believe them. They're on to us.
I want to try and persuade him with something.
You're gonna have disadvantage, but if you want to persuade them, what are you gonna do? You can't just say, "I want to persuade them."
I want to say to him, like I say, I recognize them and I saw them at Barge sell. Like, because I recognize, like, the blue kobold and the turtle man, and they were just selling food. I'll ask him what's wrong and what's wrong and everything, and try and convince him that I saw them at Barge a day or 2 earlier, and they were just selling food. If that makes sense. Try to make, like, a legitimate...
Roll persuasion, and I'm going to roll wisdom, and it's gonna be a contest. He has, like, no modifiers.
22.
Oh, geez,
Oh, thank God.
I don't.
Modifiers, and the highest you can get is 20, right?
Yeah,
Let's
it's
get like a nat
impossible.
20.
Not short of a nat 20.
Yeah, nat 20. Oh, Jesus.
Come on.
Is it going to be another visible roll again? Or
Yeah.
You just got a 10. Yeah, we got it.
Because there are no modifiers. If there are modifiers, I would hide it, because then you'd be like, "Oh, that means he's got a blank in this or that."
Yeah.
All right. I think you can convince him.
I basically just tell him, like, "Sir, I saw them at Barge Ride. They're just selling food. I don't think they really care as long as they get paid, and provided that no one does anything to them."
All right, fine. But someone get me the manacles. They're gonna work in the kitchen, all right, but they're not gonna leave those kitchens. There you go. There's the kitchen. K18 kitchens.
Oh.
And so one of the cultists goes and gets manacles and straps them around your legs. Ball and chain style and all that stuff. And does the same for you, Groc. All right, you're a sous chef. You're gonna be chained up too. Kitchens. 2 large hearths on the north wall of this room hold kettles full of simmering stew. Wash basins and work tables with old battered crockery stand in the middle of this room. Sacks, casks, and barrels are piled along the southern wall. Cheeses and smoked fish hang from the ceiling. 5 human commoners labor here. 2 2 definitely. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave it at that. And I'm going to leave this at Groc and Dynn that are in this kitchen alone, and I will let them interact while Grimjaw has Pride and Norfinas. Let's see where they're going to take. So what's the deal? Who's this? Why have you brought this tiefling into our keep?
Pride's gonna spit in his face.
And I'm gonna slap Pride for that.
You can slap Pride for that if you want, because Grimjaw is going to absolutely. Let me find. I don't think he has stats. I mean, basically, they'd kill you on sight at that point. They absolutely would kill you at that point.
Real nice, Pride.
Mm-hmm.
I had to try and fucking make it believable.
Well, I had an idea until you. But I could still probably salvage this.
Maybe would kill you.
I'll just throw him in the dungeon.
Yeah.
I was gonna say. I got something that I could say, but I'll wait until you bring it up.
Sorry, I'm just reading something. Cool. Trying to find the part where you would fight Grimjaw, because obviously he'd have treasure. He's a named person.
So by that logic, Raish would also have treasure?
No.
No.
Different level of.
Yeah.
This
Like,
guy's
the
a
full
much.
name.
Yeah.
Okay.
That guy's just a fucking goon. Grimjaw is like the head honcho.
Of this keep, yeah.
I mean, he's got stats, but I'm trying to see if he has, other stuff. Nope. Cool. Okay, we're going with this. Sorry, all this to figure out what we're trying to do to punch you. Jesus Christ.
I mean, you said he had no stats. You could just roll a normal strength or something like that. Whatever. Would take.
Well, I think he would have stats and
To be
his
honest.
attack stuff.
All right.
And to be honest, he'd have advantage because Pride is essentially
Somewhat bound.
restrained.
I think it's just going
He's
to be
playing restrained.
D20. Roll 2 just to see which is the higher one. Okay. Does a 16 hit you?
Yes.
Okay, cool. It's just a D4 plus 3 because it's gonna be a straight punch. Punches are D4s.
Hmm.
Oops, that's not what I wanted to click on.
Unless you're a monk, in which case it's so much worse.
Yeah.
He does 6 points of bludgeoning damage as he punches you.
Oof.
Yeah, I
I'm
know.
now down to 20.
I know.
Still good.
Big deal. I'm just trying to see if there's a dungeon.
I'd have a basement at least. It's a keep.
Or a tower.
Yeah, I'm trying to find. There's this tower. I do not want to send you to that tower. That is definitely okay. There's North Tower. Hall. Kitchens. Library. Okay, I think what we're going to do is we're going to send you to K13. Nope. Yeah, sure, fucker. We're going to send you to K13. You are escorted out, and you are going to be chained up to the fence, to the gate of K13.
Oof.
And you're basically going to be left there to... If this was not the material of water, you'd be left there to drown in high tide. But in this case, I think you'll be chained up in the water. So, you can't really get access to any semantic spells and all that stuff. You'd probably start getting maybe, I don't know, hypothermia. But you're a prisoner. You are going to be isolated from the group at K13. Meanwhile, back in the kitchen.
Wait, quick question. Before we go back
Yeah.
to them, did I take him down there?
Yeah, sure. Why not? We're going to say that you took him down there. And that you were told to chain him up there. As to whatever you do, you probably want to disguise him if I were you.
Shit. I'll have to chain him up. Wait, am I being watched?
Nah. Also, I found Grimjaw's treasure area.
I'm trying to think of what I could do that won't. Do I see any cultist clothes around?
You'd probably have to find a bedroom for that. There's not just a pile of clothes lying scattered on the floor.
Washing room? Laundry?
Underwater.
Unfortunately, that is not a direction you have taken.
Okay, so I've gone all the way down to K13.
You've pretty much gone back from K16, yeah,
Okay.
back down to like K13. Would have gone like down to here, or you probably would have even like hang him from the chain there.
Shit, I don't know what I could do. I will, for the time being, chain him up, but not properly. Just enough so he can probably slip out, just to make it look believable. Pride, I'll come back for you later once I find some stuff.
Don't worry. When the time comes, I can probably get them to probably let me go.
I'll just get some... I'll try and find some cultist clothes so we can sneak around, but I'll also try and find Chandri as well. And help out the guys in the kitchen. I just pretend. And I walk off.
Oh, okay. I guess we can go back to Dongo and Godzilla back in the kitchens.
All
So
right.
there are 5 humans, 5 fucking mermaids in this kitchen.
Should I make a perception roll or anything?
Yeah, sure.
All right. So I guess me and Groc then, considering we're the people there. Did I press something by accident? No, that was Groc. Okay.
That was Groc, yeah. I mean, actually, this
16.
is probably more of insight, but we'll let those numbers act as insights. I really wish Barry was here because this is exactly where I would have had her.
Actually, I kind of had an idea. I was going to use, like, if I could convince, like, I don't know, like a dumber goon or something to possibly do something.
That's okay. Hold on. Barry is going to be elsewhere. I've got an area where Chandri can be. Yeah, in the kitchen here. 2 of the people definitely look like they really don't want to be here. The other 3, they look, I don't know how to say, scummy. They look bandit-like. They're not bandits, but, they look homeless-like. They look dirty. They look, you know what I'm trying to describe, right? They just look bad as opposed to the other 2, which look just scared.
Yeah.
So, okay. I'll look over here and I'll look over to them like, none of you look like you want to be here, I'm guessing.
The woman of the 2 that doesn't really want to be there. He's like, no, we were captured. We're being held here against our will. Grimjaw, Jolly Grimjaw, is a terrible, terrible man. I don't know what he's trying to do, but whatever it is, he's trying to find something down in the basements. He won't let us leave.
Hmm. And you three rough-looking bunch?
Ain't saying nothing.
You sure? I could get you. I could make some real good food if you wanna. If you would mind telling me some stuff about what's going on here.
You can try and feed us, but I don't know anything about what's going on down in the secret landing.
Oh. I guess. I guess I won't look in that secret landing then. There must
Who
not be
told you
anything-
about the secret landing?
I think your friend next to you did.
I think at that point, of the three stooges in there, the two of them just start beating up on the one.
Hmm.
All right then.
Groc, what are you doing in this whole time?
I don't know.
You
Yeah,
are
he's not really sous
you
chef
are a
person, so it's kind of
Prisoner
tough right
in this kitchen, and these three stooges are currently beating each other up, going making various why use.
And I oughta.
How big is the kitchen from the standpoint of I am a 450-pound turtle?
Each square is 10 feet, so it's 10, 20, 30, 40 by 40 by 30 feet.
A decent
Pretty
enough room. Then.
Yeah, pretty big enough room.
So
Okay.
Brecky could fit in here too, then, couldn't he?
Oh, good God, I would not want to put him in there. You guys are in K18, you see right here. So it's not exactly small. And it says right here, one square is 10 feet, so...
You would barely fit.
I'm guessing
You would knock a bunch of stuff over.
I'm guessing you probably recalled Bracky before going into the hall.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I did. I'm kind of wondering, in case if we ever need to escape, I could just call Brecky real quick to melt the manacles off of our feet with his acid. I mean, not now, in case because you don't want to raise some suspicion right now. While the
Bubbles could probably break it.
True, actually.
Dynn,
that's
just
meta.
for fun, this is a non-penalty roll. It's another fluff roll. Roll me an investigation.
Sure.
Oof.
Ooh.
Ones.
Oof.
Should I
Big
also
oof.
roll investigation? Or?
Yeah, sure. Please do.
You really want us to know this, I'm guessing.
Eh.
Slightly better.
Slightly better.
It's not a 1.
Can I
That's
support him at all?
That's
No.
an unnatural 1 too. That's the funny part of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to just simply say, Dynn and Groc, you find some flour. You find bags of flour.
Now, is it really flour?
Yes, it's flour.
Oh.
Basically, there was more food to find in this kitchen, and I wanted, Dynn to find food.
Oh, come
But
on, I was
that-
actually about to do something that can actually help with that, though. Dang it, man.
Sorry, those are 2 1s and a 6. There was supposed to be a bunch of flour. There's a whole bunch of ale, a whole bunch of meat,
Can I
salted meat.
can I try something then? Because I was originally going to do something to actually that could possibly get these things off of me anyway, but that could let me look around the kitchen or something at least. But
Well, it's around your ball and chain around your ankles, and I'm pretty sure that Grimjaw is still on the other side of that door, so there's not really going anywhere.
Yeah.
no, I wanted to see if because what's other than flour, is there anything else next to me?
Treasure inside this kitchen is the sacks contain flour. The dozen casks hold ale. worth about 10 gold per cask. And the barrels hold salted meat. That's all that's really here. And unfortunately, you get the flour. And I'm gonna have to say they would have obviously taken your weapons away. These would be stupid prisoners or jailers not to take your weapons away. And
Well, would they have taken the frying pan? Because I don't know if they'd actually.
nope, they would have obviously known that your frying pan is your cooking tool. They don't probably see the frying pan as a weapon. They see the frying pan as a frying pan.
Yeah, because all I have are my chef knives, my frying pan, and my ladle. I don't have, and I guess the gun. Yeah, but yeah. I guess
Oh,
if
they would
took
have taken that away.
then-
They
Yeah,
would have
I can get that
taken
back later.
whatever you put Brecky inside of. They would have taken that because the guards from the front door who escorted you, they probably would have seen you make a giant shark disappear inside of a gem. So they would have been like, nope, take that gem off of him too.
Okay, then I guess they wouldn't have seen the one with bubbles in it then.
Nope, you didn't have bubbles out, did you? You left them inside, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. So they would not have seen bubbles. You would probably have.
Okay, that's useful enough then.
I could,
All right, then I'm going. Oh,
I-
sorry.
I could debate that if
They would
debated.
have taken everything, huh?
They would have probably, if they seen what Dynn put Brecky into, they will probably try and find if there's any other ones on him.
How about this? I'm gonna roll a straight 20 for intelligence.
Thanks, Norfinas. Thanks.
That's a 7. I don't think they would be that smart.
Okay.
Okay.
I mean, I'm fine with letting you do the rolls and everything. Okay, then I'm going to quickly. I want to call for Jolly because I mean honestly, like he's just suspicious of us or something. Like we didn't say anything to make him mad or anything like that. I'm just trying to. I want to try and. Oh, did you say something, Godzilla?
Yeah. Well, like I never got a definitive answer. Did they remove my mask?
Oh, did they?
I think they would have taken most of your armor.
Well, it's not. It's just literally just a hat, basically, and the mask attached to it.
I think they would have taken everything. Any like swords, shields, hammers, armor. So like say for example, I know it's not armor, but if you're wearing like plate mail, they would have taken everything, leaving you basically in just clothes. You can still bite with your mouth.
But I don't have a bite attack. That was the whole point of the mask.
They would have taken everything.
Yeah.
You go to jail, they don't leave you with the keys. You go to jail, they take everything, even from your shoes to your underpants.
But they leave you with a magic frying pan.
Well,
Yeah,
they don't
they-
know that it's a magic frying pan. They just think
Exactly.
it's a
Hmm.
Yeah, like literally just a frying pan that it looks like to them. Like,
And a 7 was not a good enough for an investigation for like any magic ruins.
Mm-hmm.
Don't worry. I'm still out here.
then I want to call for Jolly because I want to start cooking some of the meat, but I want to call for Jolly real quick while I'm cooking.
Jolly does not come and see you. He is far too high up on the food chain to bother seeing
Then-
prisoners like this.
Then can I call for someone for a guard or something who can help me with something involving making the food?
One of the guards opens the doors and stands there and just shouts at you, "What do you want, maggot?"
I need someone who can taste this food for me so I know.
Eat your own food.
But do you
You've
guys
got
want it
6
medium
people in
well or
this.
do you want it medium rare?
Yeah, cutting out.
What do you want? How do you like your meat?
I don't know. Let me go. And so he shuts the door and leaves the 6 of you guys, 7 of you guys, to do your thing. And he comes back and he says, Grimjaw wants it raw.
Okay. Does he want anything on? Does he want anything on? Damn sandwiches if he wants.
Anything but ham. No ham. Or
Okay,
pork. Or bacon.
That's fine. I've got this steak next to me. Does that work?
Yeah, that's fine.
Can I?
As long as everything's kosher.
That's fine, but can you at least let me go get the kosher ingredients? You didn't give me anything. All I got next to me is the meat and some flour, and I can't really reach anything else because of these manacles.
He points to one of the other 6 people in the room. They can get it.
The closest to them is those 3 over there. Do you really think they can? And they see them, and he sees them fighting. Can I do like a persuasion or something?
Well, there's 2 other people that really don't want to be there, the guy and the girl.
Well, yeah, but like I feel like if we're doing in like the order, isn't like the scared people closer to us, and then the ones who are near like all the other stuff on the other.
Basically, he's trying to say you've got absolutely more than enough help in this kitchen.
I know, but like I want to see if I can do a persuasion to like see if he can let
It's not gonna work.
move a bit.
It's not going to work because you have more than enough people in that kitchen that a goon like this is not going to help you.
Dang, I thought I could try something.
And again, if you were to escape from this prison, the boss is right outside that door.
Hmm.
You would be severely outnumbered
Mm-hmm.
for the one that he is, and then the other guards that are in that room.
All right.
I'm not saying don't keep trying. I'm just simply saying you're digging yourself into a grave at this point.
All right. I'll do what I can.
Good, and the guard turns around and closes the door. You're in a prison. There's very little escape at this point.
I want to see if I can sweet talk myself out of some situations. That's all.
No amount of persuasion is going to get a rogue out of jail.
A rogue?
In this, well, you know what I mean. Say you get arrested. It's like, hey, come on, officer. I didn't mean to rob that bank. It was an accident. The gun just
Yeah.
happened to be in my hand.
But all I did was just say that I came here to cook, and I'm doing that.
He didn't believe you with that insight.
Even
All right, fine.
you're lucky you just didn't get executed on the spot.
Yeah.
All right,
It's
fine.
It's a matter that there was a kitchen here, and that any extra staff in the kitchen would have been fine.
Plus, also my persuasion as well. So
Yeah.
Yeah, like I was kind of wondering, like if he believed the persuasion, then why is he? Why I was confused.
It was more along the lines of I didn't, as a GM, didn't want to kill you right off.
No problem.
He tentatively believed He was like, all right, I'll take your word for it, but I got my eye on these guys, basically.
yeah,
Exactly.
That's fine. Yeah, I was just kind of seeing if if there's anything I can use, like to help me and Groc out of this situation at all. But that's fine. I'll just cook normally then while everything's going.
I think, how about this? We go back to the one person of this entire cast that's not held prisoner, considering literally everyone has been captive or captured.
somewhat. Yes.
Norfinas, you have free
Yeah.
reign of this place.
Okay. I am going to. Actually, I want to see if. Let's see. I want to try and find a laundry room or a bedroom. But like, actually, I'm going to do a walk around.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask you to do.
Yeah.
I know, again, it's kind of railroading, but it's the best way to reveal the map,
Yep.
learn its location. I'm trying to teach you guys.
Yep. I corrected myself. Sorry.
Where do you want to go? And I will
Um.
reveal areas, and I will read them.
Uh.
I'm just going to say that if you find the room that Chandri's in, I'm going to say, oh, cool, you found Chandri. We're going to end it here because I really want to play without her because I really don't want a robot Chandri.
That's fine. I'll just. Even then, I could just pretend not to know her, but I'll just mark the location in my head.
True, you are in disguise, and I don't think she would know what you would look like.
No. So I would like to go in this area here.
Okay. Reveal area. I'm just revealing other areas that you would absolutely see. Cave 4. Sorry, I'm just revealing more you would have seen.
Yep, sure.
I think that's a window. All right. That's a window. That's a door.
Would I be tall enough to see through that window? And is it? Oh,
You
actually,
could swim. You can always swim and just check it yourself.
Yeah, but that will look suspicious.
Windows. They'd probably be arrow slits, and I
Yeah.
really don't think you'd be able to.
Okay.
They'd be 9 feet off the ground.
Yeah, I won't look then. I'll continue walking.
Yeah,
They're
9 feet above ground.
They're not going to ask questions if I walk into a room unless it's like something very particular. Yeah.
I can't answer that. You're gonna have to just take the gamble of exploration. You're in disguise. That's all I can remind you of.
Okay. Let's see.
You're gonna go into. Sorry. What are you gonna do?
Okay. This door here, does it have a keyhole?
You can just roll me an investigation
Sure.
first. It's not locked.
Okay.
Oops, sorry, I hit the microphone. Stepping on my cords and all that. It's not locked.
Okay.
And I assume you want to go in there?
I'll slightly open the door. Oh, actually, can I use... I'm going to roll perception to see if I can hear anyone.
You hear chanting.
Mm.
You... No, you hear chanting. Sorry, I was going to keep reading more stuff.
Okay. I want to slightly open the door enough so I can just have it peek inside. As quietly as possible.
Okay. Roll that stealth. I know you're good at this.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're fine at this. Not to go off on a tangent, but I kind of did this one thing in this other campaign that I play in. I made sure to make my character go to a store, general common store, buy oil, and I put it in a little decanter, and every time he needs to open a door for stealthily, he just greases all the hinges.
Oh, that is actually pretty smart.
Oh, that's super smart.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll just reveal this whole area. You can see it.
Yeah, I thought it was.
Chapel. The keep's chapel contains plain wooden pews facing a large altar at the west end of the room. No idle hints at what deity is venerated here. A crude symbol is painted on the wall above the altar, resembling an X with a horizontal bar linking the broken limbs, or the bottom limbs.
Huh.
I do believe it's actually the water cult symbol.
Okay. How many people are in the room, please?
Yeah, it's absolutely the water cult symbol here.
Okay.
In the room. Several straw pallets. Several straw beddings is on the chapel floor. 1, 3. There are 4 people in this room.
Are they water cultists?
3 of them appear to be water cultists, but you're only really looking at the back of their heads.
Okay.
With this stealth, you see the priest who's at the very front. Yes, you see the priest, and then you see 2 other cultists. The back of the 4th person's head does not look as cultish as these other guys, and these other guys are pretty barnacle encrusted.
Yeah.
I believe I've shown you pictures of what they look like.
I think you have.
Hold on, I think I actually even have purchases. Elemental worshippers. All right, this is no, that's Earth. Air, Earth. Here we go.
Oh.
Let's Let's make him super big. That's more or less what he looks like.
Oh yeah.
He's got a great big seaweed skirt. He's got a great big staff. He's got like barnacles all along his chest. He definitely looks like he's from Davy Jones's ship on Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yep.
All
And
right,
that's
and then
is that what the water
that's the
cultist
priest.
was like? Oh, that's the priest. Okay.
Yeah.
Mm.
And okay, and the other two people. Let me just get rid of this priest. I'm sure he's over there for now. The other two women are armored, and it looks like they have horseshoe crab shields.
Shit.
That's actually kind of cool.
Norfinas is kind of thinking in his head, this reminds me of those Earth Cultists when we saved Bruno and Dimple. Like the way they, like because they had like a warrior with a shield and then they had the priest, so, or the mage, whatever you want to call them.
Okay, and then the fourth person doesn't look cultish-like, but roll me a perception or investigation. I think it'd be perception.
Yep. Perception, and I'm
I can
guessing.
say disadvantage because it's in the back of their head. Ooh. It's a woman's head. It doesn't look like a cultist. And they don't look like they really want to be there.
Wait. Would she happen to have the same hair color as Chandri?
Maybe. I mean, with a 7, I think you can distinguish colors.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what color can he distinguish?
I think he can only distinguish black and white at this point. That was such a low roll. All he can see are shades of gray. No,
How
I
many
think.
shades?
Actually,
I think you can tell if it's Chandri.
yeah.
From the back of her head. I mean, let's just say it is.
Okay.
Mm. Because I was going to ask, I can probably see this window here. It's arrow slit, or is it a plain window? Because I could easily go around and check through that window.
For all intents and purposes, it's 9 feet up, but I trust your stealth. Roll me that stealth anyways.
Shit.
You're really good at stealth.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. And then roll me another perception check.
Perception.
Yeah, you see it's Chandri.
What the hell is she doing here?
Roll an insight, and I might tell you.
What's that?
They might be trying to convert her. They might be trying to teach her the ways. They might just be keeping an eye on her with people here. You don't know why she even was brought here.
That sounds... The third option sounds more the likely one, just to keep an eye on her sort of thing.
All right. As a reminder, you still have free roam of this keep.
I'm going to pretend to walk the other way, but because I think I know where Shan... Oh, no, I can't do it because she's not here, but okay, never mind. I want to go down this way here.
Down that way?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. You find... Oh, you would have seen 2 sets of doors and a window.
Same deal as last time with the window, 9 feet up, arrow slit?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do I see anyone around?
You see guards on the walls, but they, much like before when Dynn and Groc were being escorted, whomever's on the inside of the walls, the guards don't seem to care.
Okay.
You can roll stealth, you can roll insight, and I'm telling you, they don't seem to care.
Yep. I will poke my head through this door here.
Okay. Let me find K5. That's where you are. Stables. This old stable is in bad shape. Most of the roof has caved in and rotting debris fills the interior. 6 seahorse stalls line the back wall. The cultists have not bothered to repair the stables just yet, since they have little need for mounts here.
So there's no
Empty
stables. Oh, sorry.
Empty stable.
Empty stable. Okay.
Roll me an intelligence check just for fun. This is non-penalty.
10.
Maybe a good place to hide? Anyways, you still have free reign.
Okay. I'm gonna go inside and have a quick look through these stables just to be thorough.
There's nothing.
There's nothing.
There's nothing. Yeah, there's nothing. There's no secret doors. There's no hidden treasure. There's no dead animals. There's no secret note. There's nothing.
Okay.
What
was that?
Is that secret tunnel? I'm
Yeah.
very tired.
It's okay. It is getting late. I know.
Okay. Is this connect?
No getting about it. It's almost 1 a.m.
Sorry.
Good.
Is this connected to the stables?
After looking at other pictures, okay. I think this right here,
Yep.
that's not a window. That's a door.
Okay.
These are double doors.
Right.
So that's a door. Hold on, let me reveal some more areas.
That's probably a door too.
Yeah, that was a door. Those are both
That's a
doors
door.
right there. There's a door. Yes, exactly. All those white things are doors. And the double ones are just double doors.
Okay.
And I think you can see what an arrow slit would be on the towers.
Yeah.
And where the windows are in the church.
Yep. The windows are
Yeah. 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 So we would have said he just
That's a
climbed up
door.
to those.
That's a door. So yeah.
Yeah, that's a
Mhm.
door. That's a door.
That's
But
a door.
that's a window.
That's a door.
That's adorable. Okay. So where did you want to go?
I'm gonna peek my head through this door here.
K6. Roll me that stealth again.
19.
19. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. K6. Armory. I was trying to make sure if it said it was locked. Armory. Weapon racks. Along the walls of this armory hold spears. Barrels full of crossbow bolts and arrows stand near the doors. Open chests in the middle of the room contain suits of leather armor. The most unusual items in this armory are the shields. They are made of beaten copper and fashioned into the shape of horseshoe crab. No, fuck that. They are horseshoe crab shells.
Okay.
We are under fucking water. For another fluff roll me an investigation.
Okay.
This is so you can find out what's in this room.
11.
Fuck it. It's a super, super low challenge. The room contains 20 spears, 10 short swords, 5 scimitars, 5 light crossbows, 400 crossbow bolts,
Ooh.
200 arrows, 15 suits of leather armor, 8 shields.
I was
Your
gonna
handy haversack would probably take every single bolt and arrow, and you never, ever have to worry about that again.
Yeah. I don't happen to see Groc or Dynn's stuff in here.
What about Pride's cane?
Let's just say that I took
You
all
know
of your
what?
stuff.
Yeah, how about that? Let's just say that he has all your stuff and that you're on your way to taking it here to the armory.
Yeah, I'll just Oh wait, I can't put a handy haversack in a handy haversack, can I?
No,
you
God, no.
can't.
You would kill everybody.
Unless you want, no. Unless you want to go and find a lost god, don't do it.
I just say I put it, like, in my robe somewhere. And all your stuff is in a handy haversack.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Again, K5, the stables, might be a good place to hide some stuff.
I go through the armory and check through the other door. That's here.
K8. Reveal areas. Reveal your secrets to me.
Ooh.
Barracks. 9 double bunk beds fill the barracks, each with a pair of footlockers tucked underneath. Doors exit to the north, west, and east. This area is home to 12 bandits and 4 crushing wave reavers. At any given time, 4 of the bandits stand watch as sentries on the outer wall, and 2 of the crushing wave reavers are on duty in K16. I've already said they've seen you and don't care.
Yeah.
The remaining 8 bandits and 2 reavers linger here. So there are 10 dudes in this room. They spend most of their time gambling, dozing in their bunks, tending to their gear, practicing in the yard just outside, or starting pointless quarrels with each other when they're not too busy doing renovations on the castle. And then it goes on to details of what they do at night, but it's not nighttime.
Okay, I poke my head through, look to see if I can see someone, but then just walk out.
Yep, they don't care. They think you belong.
Okay. I poke my head through this door here.
K7. K7. Sorry. Bathhouse.
Hello.
2 big wooden wash tubs occupy the middle of this room, and a row of curtains along the west wall provides privacy for several privies. Found the shitter and bathroom.
Okay. I want to investigate the bathroom to see if there's any clothes here.
You know what? I'm going to say that there are some clothes in there.
Enough for 2 people?
You find about maybe 1 pair of clothes that would fit Pride. Dynn is really small, and Groc's a turtle. You're not going to get armor or clothing on that turtle.
I was thinking more of, like, having clothes for Chandri. Just in case for, like, next session.
I mean, roll me an investigation above 13, and I'll say there's 2.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Come on. Okay.
you find 2.
Okay.
They're dirty and smelly because this is a bathroom.
Sets of clothes. Okay. I cast... So I'm inside of here. I cast Message to Pride. So, hang on. Yeah, that should be okay. It's not going to be like a foot of stone or anything, is it?
Vocal semantic material. Yeah, you're fine.
Okay.
I know you're stealthy enough, even in this room by yourself. I really don't see anyone hear you whispering through walls like this to Pride.
Yeah.
And if you need to, you could have like just poked your head, open the door just a crack, and I know you're stealthy enough.
Yeah.
Here, for fun, roll me anything. Roll me a stealth. It can be anything as long as it's not a natural 1. If you roll a 2, it's fine. Anything but a natural 1. Yeah.
Yeah.
I knew you'd be fine.
I just tell Pride that I got a set of clothes for him, and I'll give them to him once I find out where Groc and Dynn's stuff is.
All right, hurry up. This fucking current's cold.
I could say
Roll an
something.
insight, Pride. Roll an insight, just for fun.
Oh, fun. Let me see. Where was insight? Insight.
If you peed, you might warm up.
No.
Do it. Do it. I'm very tired. Entertain me.
Okay, I'm gonna quit.
I'd rather cast darkness,
Okay.
which I could do once a day.
I'm gonna attempt fade and have a look into this room here.
Okay. As you walk all the way in, Grimjaw is there, as well as other guards, and he asks you, did you take care of that insolent cur?
The tiefling? Yes, he's hanging up where you told me to put him.
Very good. What did you do with all of his stuff?
I've placed it in the armory, sir.
Very good.
I continue.
Sit, please. We should have food brought out to us soon. Those two new prisoners, the one says he's a chef. He should have our food brought out to us rather soon.
I gesture and say thank you, and I'll sit down.
Maybe about 10, 15 minutes go by. Roll an insight. This is just excuse.
16.
Yeah, it's fine. You can see that Grimjaw is getting a little upset, and it's like, "What's taking that food so long? You!" She's talking to you, Norfinas.
Yep.
Go into the kitchen and find out what's taking that food so long.
Of course, sir. I walk over to the kitchen.
There you go.
And I slam the door open. Can I roll?
Dynn.
Sorry, can I roll a fluff strength roll?
Yeah, go for it.
This is gonna be good.
11.
Yeah.
Aw.
I know.
It doesn't slam, but you do a pretty good job. I mean, can I put it this way? This book specifies that usually a strength of 10 is enough to break doors open. So I'll say that strength of 10, it was pretty resounding slam. Not enough to shatter the hinges in the wall around it, but it was a pretty good slam.
Yeah. I slam the door open. You, kobold! Where's the damn food?
It's coming, jeez.
We've been out here waiting for 15 minutes and Jolly hates to wait.
You think it takes less than cook a steak? You want it good, you're gonna get it good. That's how it is. Can I roll insight or anything?
Yeah, I was just about to say, go ahead and roll. See if you can
Yeah, I
tell.
kind of figured what the case was, but I don't know. I still should have answered something in case people are listening.
Well, I was trying to figure out what to say, so they could.
Yeah, we both got it.
Unless you really feel like being an asshole and rolling deception.
I mean, you can.
Sure.
Do it.
Let's see what you can get advantage of. Take
I got a
advantage
6 in
of
deception.
God damn it.
You don't know it's him.
Whoa.
All right.
I have to keep up the charade.
I mean,
Also,
it'd be
how
pointless
is
if
Pride
you
better
did,
at
but
deception? Oh, right, it's charisma.
Yeah.
also he's a rogue.
And I got proficiency in it.
And he's a
Exactly.
spy.
Same here, but I've still got 7.
Whoop-de-doo.
See, Norfinas is a spy. He's doing very good spy stuff right now.
Indeed.
All right, then I'm just gonna continue with. I'm just gonna give him the. Here, take this steak if you want to give it. Oh, this one's not raw. Here, let me get you a. I heard he liked the raw steak. Let me get it set up for him.
I use Mage Hand, and because it's invisible, I just lightly tap both Dynn and Groc on the shoulder.
Two of you guys roll Perception? What are you trying to achieve by tapping him on the shoulder, though?
Yeah, we still don't know it's you. I don't even know if like you back and like looked. It just like looked like some random
Yeah,
like,
that
cultist
is.
to us.
Yes.
Like unless you like fully like tell us it's you, then we can't believe. Then we can't really like tell at this point. 'Cause
okay, I
you rolled
suppose, like-
deception roll.
I suppose I can roll. I can use message and just whisper to Groc, "Hey, it's me." If I say it quiet enough. So
You're just messaging Groc.
yes, I can only do it to one person at a time.
No, I get you.
I just tell him, "Hey, it's me at the door."
Yeah, I'll just kind of do kind of a bit of a nod.
If
Can
Groc,
I do like a perception to see if I can see him?
go on.
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry. I'd say you kind of see him nod, but you'd be roll me an insight at disadvantage because you're still confused.
Mm-hmm.
That's why it's at
That's
disadvantage.
Nat 1.
Yep.
Aw.
Nat
Yeah.
1.
Oh, yay.
Yay.
I'm just gonna keep cooking then.
Yep. If-
Oh, though, because I see a 3 and a 19.
It was originally on the 1, but then the little knocked over the
Yeah.
thing, but it counted the 1, not the 9.
If Jolly doesn't get his food in the next 5 minutes, he's gonna have your heads. And I just leave and sit back at the table.
Jeez, these guys suck.
I
I've made a bunch of stuff already for the cultists. Like since their leader wants it rare, it's not that hard to cook that up. Got the bread and everything. Put some kosher salt on this steak. They said he wanted kosher. Everything else was good then. I guess all the food is done.
I leaned down. Dynn,
What?
that was Norf just now.
What? No, it wasn't.
He used message to
Huh. Alright then.
It's getting real late.
Yeah,
You want to end it here?
I say we ended here, if that's okay.
Yeah.
Next time on Broken Realms, will Pride survive his new torture? Probably.
Maybe.
Next time on Broken Realms, will Dynn cook food? Probably.
Next time on Broken Realms, will Dynn shove this rare steak up where the sun don't shine for Jolly? Probably.
Next time on Broken
Well,
Realms,
Will
we'll-
Groc flick either Dynn or Pride in between the eyes? Probably.
next time on Broken Realms, will Norfinas get caught in his elaborate lie?
Probably not.
Probably not.
Not if Dynn has anything to say about it.
All right, say bye, everyone.
Bye,
See you
everyone.
guys.
Bye.
There you go, Pride.
Woo!